Reward? Well, I got to tell you, I do know this. Guys. The reason alligators are so ornery is because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. I know that for sure. What?
It's because the Abdullah oblongata.
Yeah.
Frisco Fighters.
Screw the fighters.
Let's open a can of whoop ass.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's going up. We showing up. It's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. We showing up. It's going up. Never slowing up. Ain't nobody stopping us. Faces, we taking off in a spaceship. Take flight and toes a man way back when I knew I was born for greatness. Up from the bottom. Now I got something to prove. Try making a move against my crew.
As your Arizona Rattlers, welcome Kimberly Gunn to perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets around in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's hear it one more time for Kimberly Gunn.
Test, test.
We remind you for the
NFL National Championship game. Could it possibly be? The teams that assemble tonight are at the top of their respective conferences. The Arizona Rattlers, with a 7-1 record, lead the Western Conference. The team they face tonight, the Frisco Fighters, coming to the game at the top of the Eastern Conference with a record of 6-2. Hi, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons, and I am joined on this one tonight by my broadcast partner, Cedric Bonner, the great one, for a great game, a great matchup. This one here tonight, these two teams, we could very well be looking at a preview of the championship coming up in August, but this one here, this is one everybody wants to see, and the two top teams in their respective conferences go at it tonight, Sed.
They do, and offensively they mirror each other, right? Two of the top teams in just about every category offensively, rushing, passing. These two teams get it done a bunch of different ways. Tonight, the team's defense that can stand up will win this game.
And these two defenses are ranked in the top 4 in the entire league, while the offenses are also both ranked near the very top. Who do you think has the edge coming into this one tonight?
Well, number one, you're in the snake pit, so your home field advantage is as good as anywhere in this league. I think to go on the road and beat a good team, you have to play, number one, mistake-free football. You have to play relentless. You have to do everything right, especially in this building. When this crowd gets going, gets behind the Arizona Rattlers, it's tough for anybody to win here.
And you heard that. The Rattlers are going to give the ball up. Let Frisco have it first. And we're about ready to go here tonight at the Snake Pit. Let's bring in our third member of the broadcast team to help set the tone for this one tonight at the Snake Pit. His name is Joe Papueno. Joe, how are you doing?
Floyd, good evening. Usually, Arizona Rattlers coach Kevin Guy would be so confident about a rematch against Frisco, but in this case, he's got some reservations because his team is so banged up. Starting on the defensive line, Trayvon Hill and Robert Landers are out, so stepping in are newly acquired Chris Terrell and Theo Majet. On the offensive line, starting center Lamar Mady's out, so Anthony McBean steps in, who struggled earlier in the season. Now he gets another opportunity to show what he can do. Now, the Rattlers defeated Frisco at Frisco in April 49-35. That game wasn't as close as the score indicates, but talking to Frisco coach Billy Back this week, he feels his team can come in here and win this game. He reminded his squad that as the head coach of Wichita Falls in 2017, that squad came into the snake pit and won. So needs to say Frisco looking for revenge, looking for redemption, and the Arizona Rattlers have to be on upset alert.
All right, Joe, thanks for that. And there he goes, right there setting the tone, said, and that is that there are some guys in the trenches for the Rattlers that cannot play tonight. That's always going to be a big deal when so many people believe a game is won or lost down there with the big boys.
Well, and to make matters worse, Zakovian Henderson is back in the lineup for the Frisco Fighters. Their nose guard, who is a special player, big, strong, powerful, explosive off the ball. He will be starting tonight. They get him back. You also add a veteran, Larry Tharp, who spent time here in Arizona. So it kind of seems like we're going in different directions. Arizona's a little banged up, and Frisco's getting healthy. And for them, it couldn't have happened at a better time.
Second time these two teams have faced off this year. The first time in Texas. We are going to be going to our pregame discussion with head coach Kevin Guy as Frisco gets the ball here after the kickoff to start the action in just a moment, everybody. But let you know that these two teams have faced each other once. That was in Texas, and a win for the Rattlers under duress. They turned the ball over numerous times. They ended up with a 49-35 victory on the road at Frisco, part of a 7-1 start to the season so far for the Rattlers. And we're going to get to see that outstanding backfield for Frisco. First up here in this one offensively, Blake Sims, the quarterback, and one of the best runners in the league, is going to be leading that rushing attack. Justin Rankin is a name we'll call a lot tonight for Frisco. Here's the Ernesto Lacayo opening kick. It's fielded 2 yards deep. This one is underway as it comes out, and the tackle is made just outside the 5-yard line. I believe that was Sheldon Augustine on the return, and he gets knocked down quickly as we check in with head coach Kevin Guy on that discussion that we had with Coach
Guy,
just
it's
before
the battle of
the
two
game
teams
tonight.
at the top of their respective conferences tonight. The Eastern Conference leaders, the Frisco Fighters, are in town, and your team, the Arizona Rattlers, at the top of the West. What kind of showdown can we expect tonight?
Well, we got some new matchups tonight, some new circumstances. You know, both teams got about 5 different guys on the roster tonight that they didn't have last time. Some of it's because of injury, some of it's because of production. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, depth is good until you need to get into it. And then we're going to find out how those matchups work out.
Well, Coach, it seems to me like, you know, the old adage, defenses win championships. That applies here in the IFL as much offense as we get to see. It's still important. And your defense has been stout most of the year. You had that one hiccup. Do you look to them again to lead you tonight?
Yeah, we got some guys that's going to get an opportunity tonight to play. Robert Landers and Trayvon Hill's out tonight, which they've been impact players for us all year long. But Chris Terrell is going to get a shot tonight. He's been with us for like 2 weeks, and we're excited to see him play.
All right, linebacker Trayvon Williams, last week's player of the game in our broadcast coverage of your victory over Massachusetts. What do you look for Trayvon to do for you?
Well, he's been a big-time player for us all year. He's playing at an all-league level. He just needs to keep playing at that level, and he's going to make some plays tonight.
All right, Coach, are you excited here in front of Rattler Nation to get a big game against Frisco?
Yeah, we're going to have a big crowd tonight, so it should be a great atmosphere.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Kevin Guy, the head coach of the Arizona Rattlers, and on first and second downs, Frisco has moved the ball out. It's a gain of 3 on first down for Justin Rankin, a little pass that collects them another 13 yards, and Frisco works from their own 22-yard line. Pass on the sideline is caught. That's another Fighter first down. On the receiving end was Jermanick Smith. He hauls it in. Tackle made by Dylan Winfrey, and that's another Frisco Fighters first down at the Arizona 18-yard line.
Keep in mind, Billy Back is one of the better play callers in this league. Did a nice job in Spokane last year with a patchwork group of guys, but when McAllister was in the lineup for him a year ago, they were dominant on the offensive side.
Here's the handoff that goes around the right side.
Or
Sheldon Augustine
was his quarterback.
Augustine carries it around the right side. He ran right by one of those defenders. I think that was Devontae Merriweather, ran right by. A 5-yard gain for Frisco takes it to the Arizona 13-yard line. It's 2nd down and 5 for the Fighter offense. As Coach Back will yell some instructions in just prior to the snap, motion them to the left side, the wide side of the formation. And the quarterback wants to take it himself. He is driven out with a very short gain. That was Blake Sims carrying. And the Rattlers on defense, Trayvon Williams helping out to make the stop out on the far side. And they're going to say no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5, same spot, right at the 13-yard line.
What you like for the Rattlers, they've kind of bowed their neck. They gave up a couple quick first downs. They bowed their neck down here in the red zone. This is an area of the field where you've got to be alert for number 2, Justin Rankin. Leads the league in touchdowns. You've got to be alert. He's a good route runner as a running back out of the backfield. You'll get him matched up against backers.
It is actually 3rd and 4. Here's a toss. That's caught inside the 5-yard line. Stretch forward, and that'll be right at the 1-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play on the pass to Smith. Dominic Smith brings it in. He is at the 1-yard line, and the Fighters are threatening for the first points of the game here at the Snake Pit.
This is a really good bench route by Smith, and well timed up. The ball's thrown on time out of Blake Sims' hands before Trayvon Williams can get there.
First down play, handoff, and that's going to go right between the guards for a touchdown. Justin Rankin carries, and he got a great block up front to spring him into the end zone. That is a Fighters touchdown.
Tell you what, couldn't ask for a better start for a road game if you're the Frisco Fighters.
They march right down the field, and they'll try to tack the point on as well. Bryce Crawford, the kicker, from the hold. The kick looks pretty good, and that's going to be right down the pipes. 10:14 on the clock here in the first quarter. Frisco strikes first. They lead the Arizona Rattlers 7-0. More first quarter action coming up in just a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
We bring you back into the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix, Arizona, and a day that saw triple-digit temperatures as far as I know. We got into the arena early on in our day, and we were able to avail ourselves of the air conditioning as we watched the ball skip off the hands and out of bounds, and that should, I believe that was touched by Arizona. The ball will go to the 5-yard line on the ball that goes out of bounds, and that's where Drew Powell and the offense will come out for the Rattlers, but you know, sizzling hot day in the Valley of the Sun.
Will be spotted at the 5-yard line.
And here we go, everybody. First chance to see the Rattlers offense go to work tonight against Frisco, who leads 7-0 after striking on their first possession.
If there's any indication from that first drive of Frisco. This should be a shootout here. Arizona's got to come up and hold up their end of the bargain on this drive.
Motion, handoff left side, Shannon Brooks. He's going to sidestep one tackler, but he is knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. And a great job up front by Frisco. Leading the way was Zakoven Henderson, helping to make that stop. Henderson out of Texas A&M. We're going to have a look at the starting lineups and this starting offensive lineup for the Arizona Rattlers. They are led by the quarterback, Drew Powell, two-time most valuable player in this league, defending two-time recipient of the MVP award. Split out to the right is Isaiah Houston. No, that's JT Stokes to the right. And looking over the middle, pass that tips into the hands of the Rattlers for a Jamal Miles reception and a first down. They're going to give him 11 yards on that, just across the 15. But that looked like it should have been an INT, and somehow Miles comes up with a loose ball.
Well, Trey Wofford is a name that we'll call a lot today. He may not be the best cover guy, but when you talk about a guy that can flat out play some football, understands the game, I mean, he is Johnny on the spot, and I think he's a catalyst for that secondary for the Fighters. Very intelligent player, tackles anything that move. Well, that's a great job by Miles to stay with that ball and finish the catch.
First down, Rattlers. And over the middle, pass is caught. Braxton Haley hauls it in. Braxton's had a great year, leads the team in receptions, yardage, and touchdowns through the air, and he takes the ball into Fighters territory. The ball goes to the 22-yard line on back-to-back Rattler first downs.
Excellent throw and catch. Moves the sticks. And Braxton Haley, if you get him matched up in one-on-one situations, you're not going to be able to cover him. The ball's delivered on time by Drew Powell outside on the bench route. Move the sticks.
Powell takes it, back to throw. He is going to throw toward the end zone. That's over Braxton Haley's head, who is asking for some help from the official. Not going to get it. Incomplete pass.
Well, there was a grab on the shoulder by Cameron Hilton, but I don't think he could have got to that ball. I probably would have kept that flag in my pocket as well, but he did tug on the right shoulder. But what Arizona wants to do is they want to flush out man coverage. They're motioning the running back out, going empty. So the decisions have to be made quick here by Drew Powell, because you have one free rusher every time. And listen, if you're a receiver and you know you're getting man coverage, you need to win and win regular.
Braxton has 30 receptions on the season, among the leaders in the IFL. Fake it, left side, Drew Powell, stiff arm, patented stiff arm that gets him to the 15-yard line. Good job defensively hanging in there. I believe that was Cameron Hilton that came up and made the play for the defense, for the Fighters. And, you can tell he's looked at a little bit of film, because he didn't let that stiff arm sneak in there too deep on him, but he couldn't prevent Drew from finishing off strong, getting a couple extra.
Yeah, that's what he does. It's so competitive, runs with such authority. But to Cameron Hilton's credit, stayed right with him, got him on the ground.
Third down play now for the Rattlers. They're working at the Frisco 15-yard line. Motion on the right side, handoff to Brooks. Nope, fake it. Up the middle goes Drew Powell, and he'll tumble forward to the 8-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play, and the Rattlers will move the chains. First down, Arizona. So the Rattlers set themselves up in a first and goal opportunity.
Yeah, this is a nice off of the zone. Look at the blocking up front. You got to be careful if you're Charles Williams there, coming in with that shoulder when a guy's on the ground. He's too good a player for that, especially in a game where you're just getting started out. You got to let it play out on the field.
Clock says 5:25 remaining here in the first quarter. Rattlers looking for their first points, and their first possession is still underway. Here's a throw to the end zone into traffic, and that's broken up, tipped away. Again, one of those Rattlers receivers, this time Isaiah Houston, is asking for somebody to recognize contact. I didn't quite see it.
There's no PI there. To me, that's a misread by my guy, Drew Powell. Because as he starts to throw this ball, the field corner just to the left of your vision starts to back up to help. That's how he gets there so fast. All he's got to do is dump that ball down on the sideline. It's first down right there. Dump it down on the sideline, get a few yards, and maybe Jamal Miles makes a guy miss on that short catch.
That was Santos Ramirez on defense with the pass breakup. Cedric Poole as well helping out in coverage. Quick toss left side. Brooks cuts back. He is going to have to try to dive in and under those defenders coming in on him. And he did get maybe a yard, 2 yards on the play at most. In on the tackle was Caleb Bailey.
This, without question, will be the best front Arizona will see for a while. I mean, J.D. Griggs, Larry Tharp, Charles Williams, Zakovian Henderson. Very active. Caleb Bailey at the linebacker spot. This is a good four-man front. This is a good test for McMeans getting his first start in a few weeks.
Look for Braxton Haley. He is split to the right, not the widest. He'll run a crossing route, looking the other way, and over the middle with a wide-open receiver. It was Drew Powell, but it's behind Isaiah Houston. He snuck in behind and between the defensive backs, but couldn't find him. Incomplete. Fourth down, 4th and goal. The Rattlers at the Frisco 7-yard line. And Coach Guy is not even thinking about kicking the football here.
Well, he's got it open. He's just got to just put it in there early, right? Throw it in that spot. He should hit Joe Pacino right between the eyes down there with this one. He's in the perfect spot, but just a fraction earlier. See him get hit as he's throwing it.
Haley in motion, looking to the right. Now Powell is going to run it. Throw over the top. He's got him, man. Touchdown, Rattlers! Shannon Brooks leaks out of the backfield, got behind the defender, and a great job by Drew Powell to suck the defense in, leave Shannon wide open for the touchdown grab.
And all he's got to do is have a foot behind the line. That's it. But this is this is what happens when you have a guy that runs as well as he does.
The Rattlers get it done on their first possession. They match the Fighters with a touchdown.
They want to challenge it.
Okay.
And I don't.
So they're challenging that he may have crossed the line?
Yeah.
Well, the Rattlers are on the board for the moment, and there is that red challenge flag from Coach Back. And the Fighters want to have another look at it, so the officials will do that very thing. While they look at that, we might be, well, it kind of all depends on what the outcome of the challenge ends up being.
Well, if it's going to be a turnover on down, so it's 4th down there, so.
Correct. Now the officials are talking once again to Coach Back.
That play was because of Drew Powell's running prowess. He starts to come downhill and just dumps it over the top. That's a heads-up play, smart play.
Well, the officials are, again, they're going the wrong direction if they want to take a look at the replay. So I see what's going on now. Now they're talking to Coach Back. Pardon me on that. They were talking to the defensive coordinator prior to that.
Dave Hewart. Long-time arena guy, indoor guy, great coach.
See what the referee has to say.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown by Arizona. There is no challenge on the play. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So after talking about it, either it was unchallengeable, said, or the coaching staff decided,
I think they decided to put it back in their pocket.
Maybe we don't want to spend it right here. Yeah. That was Tom Drzgowski, who is the referee. And we'll watch the snap, the hold, and the kick for the Rattlers. And that one is up. And that one pierces it. The point after is good for Arizona. And somebody's going to have to let our friend Tom Drzgowski the referee, that he is actually facing the wrong direction, but he'll get that straightened out. And we'll grab us a timeout. We've got a tie score here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. We'll be back in just a moment. Stand by this. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
All right, next man, we've got Stephanie and Don.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Take a look at that fellow right there. Don't know his name, but he just proposed marriage to the young lady standing across from him, and she said yes.
It would be Don and Stephanie.
Don and Stephanie.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Don. Listen, you got the courage, the guts to ask a woman to marry you in front of a jam-packed arena.
In front of all this?
Wow. That guy.
That tells you how confident he was.
Either that or he'll walk through the gates of you-know-where.
I got this, man. That's what he was thinking.
I like it. Congratulations. And welcome back, everybody. 2:03 on the clock here in the first quarter. Here's the Lacayo kickoff. Mid-level into the end zone. Straight back up the middle. Marker down. And that's thrown in the vicinity of a bad block. An illegal block. We'll see what the officials ring up on this one. We're tied 7-7, everybody, as Frisco gets set to take the ball over again.
During the return, holding return team number 11. That penalty will be assessed half the distance to the goal. First down, Frisco.
Well, you got a successful marriage proposal, and then we got our referee, Tom Drzgowski, to face the correct direction. Hey, everything's good in the world again.
Winning.
Let me introduce you to the rest of the officiating crew, by the way. The line judge is Justin Nash, the head linesman Daryl Johnson, the umpire is Mark Warner, and the back judge is Aaron, you'll recognize this last name, Aaron Hockley. Back to throw, Blake Sims under pressure, escapes to the right. And there he goes with some positive yardage. He's going to get about 6 on the play, crossed the 10-yard line, and did a terrific job somehow escaping Chris McAllister in the backfield.
Well, he's 6'1", 210 pounds. McAllister did everything he could to get him down, not able to finish. Sims, you see his ability to run the ball, and I think that's the understated part of his game. He's got some quickness, he's strong, but he throws the ball so well. People forget about his legs.
Thank you to Nova Home Loans, the Arizona Rattlers exclusive replay partner, for that great look as well. And here is a 6-yard gain on a quick little pass left side. That'll take it out to the 18-yard line, and the Fighters move the chains, get a first down. Mention that official again with that familiar last name as we look again at the Nova Home Loans replay. Aaron Hockley.
There's been a few.
How about Ed Hockley, right? His father. The famous NFL official. Here's a attempt around the left side. Sims Quarterback keeps it himself. He gets driven out. Looks like Dylan Fahamatu, among others, there on the play. 3 yards to gain for Sims.
And Dylan's another guy that's got to step up. He got some guys down. He's getting an opportunity to play outside on the edge. He's another guy that's got to step up and help make some plays for this team on the defensive end.
I was going to run the clock down here in the first quarter. Time expires with the Fighters in control of the football. A 7-7 game here as we end this first period. Stand by, everybody. Second quarter on the way in just a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Back in for the second quarter. Welcome back to Phoenix, everybody. The Footprint Center, the name of the arena. The Snake Pit is what we more are familiar with. The home of the Arizona Rattlers. And Blake Sims to throw for Frisco on this second down play, and it's caught for the first down. Well done. That'll be a 10-yard gain, taking the ball to the Rattlers' 19-yard line on a pass caught on the near side. That was Sheldon Augustine who hauled it in. These two teams coming into the game at the top of their respective conferences. The top two teams, by virtue of their performance on the field this season, the 7-1 and Western Conference leading Arizona Rattlers. And that team on the other side, Frisco, 6-2 record. They've got a game lead in the Eastern Conference, and there is an injured Rattler player near the sideline.
I believe it's Kyrie Woods.
Well, they take a look at, we believe that's Kyrie. We will give you a look at the standings in the IFL. I mentioned that the Arizona Rattlers lead the Western Conference. They lead by a game. And so do Frisco in their conference. They lead the Eastern Conference by 1 game over Massachusetts, who was tied with them until last week when the Rattlers dealt that 59-29 loss to Massachusetts, the defending champions. Now, perhaps we won't have a look at that graphic just yet, but let's do this, guys. Well, hold on a second. We were gonna grab us a timeout, except that Kyrie Woods got to his feet and the fans responded favorably. Woods back up. He's got his helmet on. That's a good sign, Coach.
He may have got the wind knocked out of him running into the boards, trying to stop that completion.
Well, the board, it's padded, said, but there's no give there.
It's padded, but it's undefeated. Literally.
It's never been
defeated.
Never been defeated.
No.
Well, you can go around it.
You can go over it.
You can go over it for sure. It's kind of hard to get under it. And Kyrie goes to the bench. Let's hope he's okay. And the Rattlers will dig in on defense. First down inside the Rattler 20. Sims, lots of time to throw. Winds up, throws down the middle, has his guy in the end zone. The pass is...
Took it away.
It's taken away by the Rattlers. It looked like a catch, but Dylan Winfrey said, I'll take this one myself. The Rattlers have the football. Well, said we're going to have to, hopefully we've got a tight look at that thing on replay because I don't know how that happens.
Arizona, first down.
The ball was thrown behind, and Winfrey was closing so fast on it, he was able to get hands on it. This ball's thrown late. He has him open. Offensive line is doing a stellar job back there for Blake Sims, but you see the throw is a little bit behind, and when the bobble happens, that's when Winfrey comes in and is able to get in on it. And he just takes it away.
Dylan Winfrey's second interception past 2 weeks now.
Look there. Yep.
Yeah, good look, guys. We'll give Chris Drake a shout out on that one. Yeah, there it is. What a great job by Dylan. In the absence of his teammate, of course, Dylan a starter, but Kyrie Woods, and let's hope Kyrie is okay. But the Rattlers stem that effort, take it away, and a pass caught downfield. JT Stokes bounces off one guy, hurdle, stumbles. Did he get in? No, to the 1 yard line. JT Stokes electrifying the Rattler crowd.
Listen, we saw a glimpse of him a week ago, partner, on the special teams on the return game. Did a great job for the Rattlers. And I tell you what, you see the burst right there. Simple little crossing route. He's hit in stride. Great stiff arm there, but look at this effort to get in the end zone. And comes up just short.
Well, he sets his team up inside the 1 yard line. They'll mark that at the half yard line here with 13:05 on the clock, second quarter.
They're about to get a delay of game here. They need to hurry up and get this play clock off.
Motion, and they snap it just in time, fake it. And there goes Drew Powell into the end zone. Drew's got the touchdown, but he's going to quickly attend. Is that Kenny Thomas that went down? And let's call him on. Coleman is up on his feet with some help, but a marker is down.
Offsides, defense number 3. That penalty will be declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
Result of the play was a loud bang and a touchdown. 13-7, the Rattlers go in front after the Dylan Winfrey takeaway, and that was a literal takeaway as he ripped it from the receiver. Rattlers waste no time cashing it in. We're going to approach the 12.5 minute mark with Ernesto Lacayo tacking on the point after. The kick is up and it's good, and the Rattlers lead now 14-7. Second quarter action from the Footprint Center.
Keep in mind, partner, that interception was a first down interception thrown by the visitors. Those are the plays you cannot make on the road when you're trying to win a game.
And that leads directly to the score. We're going to grab a timeout. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Dylan Winfrey takes the ball away, gets the interception, and Drew Powell cashes that in for a Rattlers touchdown, everybody. Arizona leads 14-7 here in the second quarter. At the Snake Pit, welcome back in Floyd Simmons along with Cedric Bonner, Joe Pequeno as well, and Ernesto Lacayo delivers the ball to the goal line. Here it comes, right back up the middle, quickly wrapped up. Tackle made. Good job in coverage by the Rattlers. That was Nair Quinterly on the tackle on special teams, and we throw it to Joe Pequeno down on the field. Hey, Joe.
Thank you for it here with Drew Powell. Drew, big touchdown run, but it was set up on the pass play to Stokes. Looked like he got in. What'd you see?
Yeah, I was all the way on the other end. I thought he got in too. I seen him working the wall. I didn't know if he was out or not. I was just go. But he made a great play, man. Ran a great route, got the ball, and did something with it.
Talk about a great play on the defensive side. Dylan Winfrey stealing the interception to set up the offensive possession.
Yeah, a great concentration. I saw it up on the big screen. I told Dylan, where to stay locked in, man. We just got to keep going.
Rattlers playmakers getting it done with the lead. Back to you guys.
Frisco with the delivery to the near dasher pads. The wall on the near side. The pass was caught for Frisco.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Lacuviante Gonzalez has the ball for a 9-yard gain.
You want me to help you with that one?
Yeah, please do.
Laquaviante.
Laquaviante is what I meant to say.
Or Speedy.
We'll go with Speedy.
You can call him Speedy.
Although now that you've given me the pronunciation, Laquaviante is one that I'm not going to hesitate on.
It's kind of smooth.
Oh,
right?
I love it. I love it.
Laquaviante.
Yeah, Speedy has the 9-yard pickup. Second down play for the Fighters, just shy of the 20-yard line. And Blake Sims back to throw. Pressure on him. Spins out of Trayvon Williams' hands and then has to throw it away with pressure. And all the way around that works out for the Rattlers. Chris Terrell is the guy that forced him to throw it away, and the officials are going to talk over whether or not that was intentional grounding.
The ruling on the field is the quarterback was out of the tackle box and the pass made it to the previous line of scrimmage. Third down.
Yeah, this is a good call. He spins out. Yeah, he's almost at the other hash. So, yes, that's a good call. As long as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, that's a really good call. Guys are right on top of it.
And the guy that forced that throw was Chris McAllister. As he applies some serious pressure for a second time in this one. Here comes the give. Off the right side, and Justin Rankin is knocked down. The guy with the tackle, Trayvon Williams, last week's player of the game for the Rattlers for his work on defense.
Majette there as well. And the thing about this, they got their passing game going so well. It had been a while since we'd seen Rankin with the ball, right? But early on in this game, Rankin proved tough to get down. Tough to tackle.
Frisco football, everybody. They've got a first down at their own 22-yard line. Rattlers have a 1-touchdown lead. Fighters looking left, and this
Ball
one is
slipped out of
knocked
his
loose.
hand.
Trayvon Williams was there, scooped up by Chris McAllister. Never heard a whistle. The officials will mark it. Rattlers football near the 5-yard line. Call it to 7. And maybe another injured player for Arizona.
I think McAllister got rolled up on.
Chris has been in the middle of several plays already here in the game and has looked A couple of times like he's been dinged up in this one.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Arizona. First down.
You know those Baylor guys, they like dramatics. You know, great effort, good hustle, but he gets rolled up on the tackle here. You see him reach back for his foot immediately.
Thank you to Nova Home Loans, the Arizona Rattlers exclusive replay sponsor. Well, that looked like a good call by the officials.
Yeah, it slipped out of his hand before he even threw it.
Hey, Rattler fans, a reminder that all Rattlers home games this season are broadcast on Cox YurView Arizona, Channel 4 in Phoenix. Go to YurView.com, that's YURVIEW.com for more information. You're also watching this Arizona Rattlers football broadcast on the Indoor Football League's YouTube channel. Get in on the action at GoIFL.com. 14-7, option left side, pitch it. And that's going into the end zone. Jamal Miles takes the pitch. And Jamal gets the score. And there's a big-time reaction with the quarterback Drew Powell and head coach Kevin Guy. They liked the call and the result.
I think more than the call and the result, the finish by Jamal Miles. Watch this right in your living room. Great option pitch. Watch the finish here. Oh! Tell Santos Ramirez, not today, son.
Strong finish by Jamal. Now listen, Jamal's a wide receiver by trade. Of course, in this league, you've got to be able to do a lot, and you've got to be able to bring the physicality. And strong finish by Jamal. Here's the kick. That one's up and perfect for Ernesto Lacayo. The early season point after woes seem to be pretty much solved.
Don't
at
do
least
it.
These last two
Don't
games.
do it.
21-7. I'll remember that, Coach. 21-7, the Rattlers in front of the Fighters. Second quarter action. We're back in a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
Rattler Nation having a good time and loving their team's performance early on in this one. The Rattlers, after trailing 7-0, have scored 3 consecutive times with the football. They lead 21-7 over Frisco. Here's the kick from the 2-yard line, straight back up the middle, and good coverage. There's a marker down at the end of it. And the guy that brought it back, that was Speedy Gonzalez. Who brought it? Who brought it back? Speedy Gonzalez.
That was the fastest backpedal I've ever seen.
Personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 10. That penalty will be assessed from the dead ball spot. First down, Frisco.
And let's throw it down to Joe Pequeno. He's got something on the field. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Boyd, I had a chance to talk to Frisco coach Billy back this week. He says it's going to be a tremendous challenge trying to knock off the Arizona Rattlers. And he said from top to bottom, the Arizona Rattlers defense is better than it was a year ago. He says they're strong, physical, and fast. And he says whether it be his team or another team in the IFL, if the opposing squad cannot match the physicality of the Arizona Rattlers will win the championship, hands down.
Wow, some pretty strong words about an opponent at midpoint of the season.
He's being honest. He didn't say they couldn't beat him. You just have to match that physicality Arizona plays with.
You know who else thinks that the defense is better this year? Coach Guy. Here comes Blake Sims, steps up. Boy,
that's
he's got
TJ
so much.
Edwards, actually.
Well,
former
okay.
Rattler.
TJ, pardon me on that. I didn't see the change at quarterback. And TJ, escapability as he takes it across the 10-yard line. That'll be a 14-yard pickup for TJ and a first down.
Not the passer Blake Sims is just yet, but what he is magical with the ball in his hands. We got a chance to witness that last year here when he played with the Rattlers.
Dynamic player for sure. He's able to hold on after the bobble, lower the shoulder. Strong finish for TJ. The ball at the 7-yard line of Arizona. Fighters looking to spark that offense, and TJ got to run it himself left side, and he's got a wide open lane. Dylan Winfrey couldn't get there in time, and Edwards takes it in for a Frisco touchdown.
And talking about that physicality right there, the entire left side, right side of the Rattler defense was caved in. Really good job by that offensive line from the Fighters. Watch this thing open up. Good crackback. And the big fella getting out in front, leading the way, Darius James.
2 long rushing plays. Well, a long rushing play and then the touchdown run of 7 yards in that sequence for TJ Edwards. The point after will go up and good, and the Fighters have trimmed the Rattlers lead to 7. 21-14, Arizona in front. 6:38 on the clock in the second quarter. And we're going to be back in just a moment, everybody, with our continuation of first half football. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
I get it. It can be hard for you to tell us what's wrong with your car. Relax. At Grulix Automotive Repair, we speak car.
Kind of making that sound like...
We understand. At Grulix, our ASC certified technicians can diagnose your car or truck and get you back on the road quickly and safely.
Like that.
We hear you.
Grulix, dedicated to your drive.
(21-14), Arizona leads the Frisco Fighters. Second quarter action in downtown Phoenix. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, and you see that touchdown again for TJ Edwards against his former teammates. And he gets the Fighters within a touchdown. Arizona taking advantage of that Dylan Winfrey touchdown, or rather interception, a few moments ago, to help extend this lead. Here's the Jamal Miles return, and he is tripped up at the 15-yard line. First down for the Rattlers. Here comes the reigning league MVP, Drew Powell, and the offense out for Arizona.
Braxton Haley gets rolled up on that play. You need to try to get out of some of these games with your health, but this is a tough game. Rattlers are going through one of those stretches where you have to test your depth. And you'll see over the next couple of weeks how good that is.
6 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock, counting down first half. Drew Powell sends him in motion. Powell to throw. Steps into this one. Deep. Pass is deflected. Good job on defense. The guy that got there, Cedric Poole, able to knock it away from Braxton Haley, who had a step for a moment, but
Yeah,
great,
I think
great
that's one of those throws. It's a double move route, right? It's a corner post corner, right? So when he runs that post break, before he comes out of that break, that ball's got to be in the air because it has to travel so far. You should get a look at the standings in the Western Conference.
How about the year the Northern Arizona Wranglers are putting together at 6-2, and they've got one of the league's most stout defenses as well. Just a
Les
game behind.
Moss, I'll give you two names after this play.
Game behind the Rattlers. Here comes the quarterback draw and the fullback finish right there as Drew hands the ball into the stands after an 11-yard pickup to the Frisco 24-yard line.
Yeah, and this is him doing his work, what he does best. Design QB run, good lead block, gets just enough for the backer. Move the sticks for the Rattlers. But two names on that list as we got a good look at our Nova Home Replay, the official replay sponsor for the Arizona Rattlers. Rob Keefe. Les Moss.
And Les Moss. Two keys to a great defense is what you're telling me.
And a great team.
All right. First down play, and that Wranglers team is playing well. Here's a ball deflected and hauled in by Isaiah Houston for a nice grab. He's going to get a generous spot, I think. They're going to mark him right at the line to gain, right at the sticks for the yardage, the 14-yard line. I don't think he hauled it in quite right there. He may have been more than a full yard
He was at the
that.
but he's touched it at the 14.
We'll see.
Watch,
On the
right when he touches it, it's the 14.
That replay is not going to show us much.
I saw it on the big screen, man.
I hear you.
I'm paying attention to multiple things here.
I think it might have been the 16-yard line. I don't know if we want to see another angle on that replay right there. First down play, ball at the 14-yard line of Frisco. And the Rattlers get a break on that deflection. 3:45 on the clock. Second quarter action. And here's a pitch behind Jamal Miles, scooped up by the defense, and the Fighters are going to get one. They're going to get a fumble recovery. And Frisco is in business to tie this game. Was that John Griggs that came over the wall? Let's have a look here. That's behind Jamal, and it was Griggs.
Big J.D. Griggs, man on the spot. And this is just a slip screen. Ball's shot behind. And Jamal Miles unable to come up with it.
Pretty good tackle by Drew Powell, by the way, at the end of it, but obviously he doesn't want to have to do something like that. He prevented a big return, but the Fighters have the ball, and they are sitting at the Arizona their own 20-yard line. Excuse me on that. 3:18 on the clock. TJ Edwards still in at quarterback, gets driven into the dasher pad, far side of the field, right in midfield. 5-yard gain for TJ, as I remind you folks that 1580 The Fanatic is our radio broadcast partner across the Valley of the Sun. KQFN Tempe also translating on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. That's 1580 The Fanatic, our radio partner. Here's the give and a great play defensively to stop it right in its tracks. Chris Terrell steps up, makes that stop, and a tackle for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, he just beats the block. Beats the block of Darius James.
Let's take a look at a video real quick. We've got TJ Edwards showing you a strong finish when he was with the Rattlers last year. Look at the work that he's capable of. Remember this finish, Sid?
Yep, up and over.
I mean, how do you like that, right?
I went straight fan mode on that play too, because it was spectacular.
Well, that was one of the great plays across the IFL last year. Here's Edwards dumping a pass off to Rankin, and Justin Rankin breaking tackles, finishing hard and crossing the Rattlers 20-yard line to the 19. That is a pickup of 9 yards and a first down.
And that's going to upset Coach Guy. You catch him in the flat, you've got to get him on the ground right there. But you see the strength of Rankin TJ doing the smart thing with the ball. He just dumps it. Merriweather's in good position, but doesn't wrap up and get in good spot to make that tackle. Too much power from Rankin.
One of the league's best in the backfield.
Without question.
Justin Rankin takes it to the 19-yard line. First down there for the Fighters. Fake it to the right side, and Edwards wrapped up in the backfield by Trayvon Williams. Great penetration. He sniffed it out from the very beginning, and he was able to dump TJ for a 3-yard loss. Hey, it's the 1-minute warning here in the first half, everybody. And we will go to timeout. Stand by. Our score here, Arizona 21, Frisco 14. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
One minute till halftime, everybody. By the way, coming up during our halftime break, we will present to you an Arizona Rattlers tale, player profile, on a guy that's already made a big play in this one today. Last year's IFL Defensive Player of the Year. And that guy's name, you know him as Dylan Winfrey. Diving attempt, catch made, marker down. Will this one stand?
It will stand. It's pass interference.
Well, that's going to be a Frisco touchdown on a terrific, terrific catch. Laying out for it, and the guy on the receiving end is Jermaine Smith.
This is what they call the old snake route. You send one guy.
A touchdown. Illegal contact, defense. That penalty will be declined. The result of the play is the touchdown.
Boy, is there a chance that the ball hit the turf?
Listen, though, if your hands are around it and it doesn't move and it hits the turf, I mean, that can happen. If your hands are around it, the ball can hit the turf as long as there's no movement.
Gotcha.
That's a great catch.
If you're controlling.
That's a fantastic catch. You laid out, went out and got a well-designed play, too. Run the first guy through on a corner route and run Jermaine Smith through on the post. Yeah, see how he caught and went away from the ground? That's a really good catch.
Did a great job to secure the pass reception and touchdown for the Fighters, who come from 2 touchdowns behind and tie the game. This, of course, this touchdown set up by the fumble recovery by John Griggs. He recovered, and TJ Edwards and company on offense made good on his defensive play. And there's that touchdown one more time on the receiving end for the Fighters, Jermaine Smith.
That's good work by him to really twist his body away from the ground to keep that ball from contacting the ground anymore. Really good work.
Good work by the Simmons Media broadcast team as well. Going to throw some love out there for the fellas. Chris Drake, Andre Stevens. And as we watch the onside kick get knocked around and recovered by Arizona, they're going to have the ball and great field position with 51 seconds left in the half. I, of course, need to mention Jim Hartman as well, part of our production team, led by our director. Our director is Bob Hammond.
Illegal touching, kicking team. By rule, the ball will be placed at the spot of the illegal touch. First down, Arizona.
So the Rattlers get even better field position. Our technical director, Derek Simmons, our stats operator and graphics operator, that would be Kayla Bushi, and also providing assistance today as our assistant director, that is Greg Jones. So we got a full squad today here with the broadcast team, and they're doing a great job. Tie ball game, 21-21.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 53 seconds. Thank you.
It's one of those rare moments when Coach Guy might actually wish for 51 seconds and not the 53.
Well, here's the deal. If they score quick here, you're going to see probably Arizona onside kick. Try to steal another possession.
Fake it to Jamal Miles, and then another good defensive play by that number 99, John Griggs, as he is able to go downhill and wrap up Drew Powell, and he loses yardage. There'll be a timeout taken. I believe the Rattlers grabbed the timeout. Officials talking things over for a moment first. That's a loss of a couple of yards on the play for Powell. So you take another look at that replay.
And as tough as he is, Drew's got to just understand. He's got to understand, don't.
Timeout, Frisco. That is their first timeout of the half. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 45 seconds.
So Arizona would like to leave as little time as possible, score with as little time as possible left. Frisco still has a couple timeouts left, so they're going to utilize them. So
that is the beauty of this game right here, isn't it? It's the beauty of indoor football, because that never happens on a 100-yard regular football field in that game. On this field, you can strike quickly, and you need that time if you can get it, that extra time. And obviously a lot of confidence Coach Back has in his offense and their ability to be able to move the ball with a very, very sparing amount of time.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is you would never see an onside kick in that situation. You know, tie ball game, you would never see an onside kick in outdoor football in that situation.
So they do reset the clock to 45 seconds. The Fighters get their defense quickly set. And Coach Guy takes just a few more minutes. Powell sets his offense. Motion. Drew flushed, throws under duress and throws it away. He was outside the guard box, and he gets knocked down. A couple of those Fighters coming in on him defensively to get there for the play. Charles Williams.
The quarterback was outside the pocket, and the pass made it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down.
That's not what was being questioned. What was being questioned was him being finished late, which is the White Hats' job to make sure of that.
Yeah, and I think that the fans on the front row were letting him hear about that. Caleb Bailey was in on that pressure as well as Charles Williams. You'll look at the finish again here on the Nova Home Loans replay. Nova Home Loans, the exclusive replay partner of the Arizona Rattlers. And there's Drew Powell asking for something that he didn't get. 40 seconds remain here in the half. 21-21 our score. Houston on the inside motion. Throw over the middle, and that's incomplete. They were targeting Isaiah Houston. Incomplete pass.
You gotta have somebody needs to separate. Somebody needs to separate in running their routes. I mean, there's real tight windows here to throw. But look at, draped all over the receiver there. They're going to let you play, though. If you're Cedric Poole, I'm doing the same thing.
This Frisco Fighters defense came into the game ranked number 4 in the league, and they are playing like a top-ranked defense, holding the Rattlers so far to 21. Ernesto Lacayo is on to try a 27-yard field goal. Good snap and hold, and that one looks good from the from the high angle that we're sitting at. And it is good. Let's give the Rattlers a 3-point advantage with 28 seconds remaining here in this half. Everybody, as I mentioned earlier, at halftime during our break, we will bring to you another Rattlers tale. That is a player profile. This one on Dylan Winfrey, last year's Defensive Player of the Year in the IFL. And Dylan has made a key play in this one, a takeaway in the end zone interception that the Rattlers turned into points following that. Dylan had an interception last week in the victory over Massachusetts, and last year, you remember, he went on that unbelievable stretch, finished the season. Help me out here, Sid. Was it 12 interceptions, I believe, that Dylan finished with last year?
It had to be at least 12. But he went on a streak where he was getting 2 a game like they were receptions.
There's no doubt about it. Let's take a look. I do have the number from last season right here. I believe I've got the number.
I'm going to go with 13 or 14 because it seemed like it was 2 to 3 just about every game over the course of the last part of that season.
Well, as I take a look at, pardon me, you've got to select
21, not 22.
The right season would help. Yeah, as we take a look at this, ball kicked into the end zone, 8 yards deep. The return straight up the middle, and Speedy Gonzalez will go down at the 13-yard line. Good coverage by the Rattlers. The guy that led the entire league in interceptions last year. It's, for whatever reason, said it just is not letting me grab that 2021 campaign. Either way, we know it was well north of a double figures mark, and we'll look at Dylan Winfrey on that player profile here coming up at halftime. Everybody, and if you want to look, there are a number of Rattlers tales, those player profile videos that you can find on Arizona Rattlers social media. Just go to the Rattlers Facebook or Instagram pages, and you can find those. Great profiles put together by the media team at the Rattlers. Here's an incomplete pass. That'll tip off the hands of Jeremy Smith. It looked like Kyrie Woods was the guy that got there to defend it. Kyrie, who had gone down earlier in the game. He looks none the worse for wear. So we look inside the Frisco huddle for a moment. 17 seconds remaining. Here in the first half, 24-21, the Rattlers trying to take that lead into the halftime locker room.
This would be huge if they can get a stop here. They allowed Frisco to get some momentum going.
TJ Edwards has engineered a couple of scoring drives, and he'll complete it up the field to Smith, and then he's going to dive into about the 15, maybe 16-yard line.
Give yourself up right there. Just go out of bounds. You still got 2 timeouts, so that way you don't have to use one. And then you can still run the ball with one of the best running backs in the league.
Now, Frisco,
right here, be aware.
That is their second timeout of the half.
Go out of bounds. Give yourself up.
Well, they had to burn that timeout. That leaves 1 timeout remaining here in the half for Frisco. 8 seconds until the break. They ended up marking the ball at the 15-yard line of the Rattlers. Coming up next week, the Rattlers will play on Sunday. How about a Sunday afternoon tilt?
You down for that? I'm down for that.
I am absolutely down for it. Put me down. Mark me down. 3:05 kickoff next Sunday right here at the Footprint Center. The Rattlers take on the Bay Area Panthers. Meanwhile, there's this one. Final 8 seconds of the half. TJ Edwards looks to the end zone, and that one is deflected. Well defended by the Rattlers. And a collision with the dasher pad. Oh, and that is painful to watch. It's a great effort.
Tell you what, Ezel sold out for that play.
That was Brandon Ezel.
He sold out and finished it with strong hands through the ball so the receiver couldn't make the catch. Great makeup speed.
Well, look, I mean, I don't think it was contact with the dasher pad that got him there.
Looked like he kind of jammed his leg into the turf right as he lunged for that ball.
They're working on his left. Working on his left groin area, just up from the knee.
Oh, that's the hammy. It's on the backside, bud. We got to get back to biology class, pal. In kinesiology class, that's the hammy. That would be the backside of the leg.
I think
right here, he kind of gets it
goodness
hyperextended.
gracious. Yeah,
that's most likely a hammy.
I took an incomplete on that class.
You didn't do the lab either?
Yeah, I was busy that week.
You were making videos and films and stuff like that.
I was
broadcasting,
doing some other things for
You're
sure.
doing cool stuff.
Well, let's hope that Brandon Ezell is okay. I'll score here 24-21. Arizona in front. We'll grab a timeout during the injury. And back in just a moment to Phoenix. Everybody, this is Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
From the injury timeout, you can see Frisco lining up with their place kicking team, and the guy that's on to try the field goal, Bryce Crawford. And he's going to hear it from the Rattler fans, Rattler Nation, making some noise. 32-yard field goal timeout called just before the kick by Coach Guy. You're going to help Crawford think about it a little bit more.
Arizona. That is their first timeout of the half.
That game ball is for the people, brought to you by Premier Auto.
They're going to probably use all three of these timeouts.
Well, let's see how many of those Crawford can make.
Well,
because
listen,
I think that one was good.
But I'm going to go ahead and kick every single. If I'm Crawford and I'm the fighters, I'm snapping and kicking everyone. Get some practice in. Practice swings, right? I'm going to kick every single one.
I mean, he's done this. He's been at this before. This isn't the first time somebody tried to ice him.
Right.
He knows exactly
you know
what he's
what's coming.
up against.
I'm going to go ahead and make the snap and kick it through.
3 seconds remaining. Will Coach Guy call timeout again? Rattler Nation making a lot of noise. There's the timeout as expected, and another pretty good-looking kick from Crawford. Doesn't count, the phantom kick.
But
timeout, Arizona. This is their second timeout of the half.
You know who's loving this just as much as Coach Guy? I mean, the fans. They're absolutely loving the chess match right now.
But we're giving this young man's getting free swings in there. Let's hope this the next one maybe goes south.
Well, Coach Guy has one timeout left in his back pocket.
I don't think he's trying to go to half with it.
Yeah, what can you do with it at halftime, right? TJ Edwards, by the way, is the holder for the Fighters. 3 seconds on the clock. Here's the snap, and nope, timeout. That was a good-looking kick again. Boy, I tell you, those 3 kicks all landed right in about the same spot.
Arizona. That is their 3rd and final timeout of the first half.
Seth, I think the fan up there, there's a fan up there that's got 3 footballs, I think.
I mean, dead solid. Right down the middle. And again, I would do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and get practice.
He's not hating that.
Nope.
Now let me ask you this. Do you think that his emotions and stress level might be a little bit different if there were 3 seconds left in regulation?
Well, there's 3 seconds left right now, period, in the half. And this one's for real. So
here we go.
We'll see how calm he is.
Can't stop the clock this time. Here's the kick. And it's another good-looking kick that this time goes left. It's no good.
It's really easy when it doesn't count. You know it's not going to count.
Wow, how about that?
First half.
How about that? 3 kicks.
You talked about the stress level, right?
Yeah.
Amplified.
Let's go to Joe Pequeno with Coach Kevin Guy.
Coach, you had 3 timeouts. You use them all, you freeze them, and he misses. Your thoughts on the great play on your part?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just strategy of the game. I mean, he made them all when we called timeout, but you just got to make him keep kicking and, hope that we get a block or miss.
Anthony McMeans gets the start at center. How's he holding up in the offense in the first half as a whole?
Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine on offense. We had that 1 turnover. And then we had 2 communication issues right here on this last drive. I don't know what the hell our receivers were thinking, but, I'm going to go in here and get it corrected at halftime.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you very much. Kevin Guy fired up. More from the field.
Got some things to correct, but the Rattlers have the lead, 24-21 over the Eastern Conference leading Frisco Fighters. And we're going to go out to halftime, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll break it down for you. We'll see if we can grab a look at the stats as well here coming up on our halftime break. And there's that Arizona Rattlers tale with Dylan Winfrey in player profile on the way in just a bit as you look again at the missed field goal try by Crawford. And it works out for the Rattlers perfectly. Let's go to halftime. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music. She never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Well, halfway point of the IFL's 2022 campaign, and we got a great one underway for you here tonight at the Footprint Center, downtown Phoenix. The Snake Pit, home of the Arizona Rattlers, and the Western Conference leading Arizona Rattlers at 7-1, taking on the Eastern Conference leaders. Frisco comes in with a 6-2 record. This one is playing exactly like you might script it when you get two leading teams out there on the field. The Arizona Rattlers lead Frisco at halftime, 24-21. Great drama and chess play right there at the end with the timeouts utilized by Coach Guy. 3 straight makes before they counted by Crawford, the kicker for Frisco, and then finally when it mattered, he pulled it left, and it works out well for the Rattlers.
Worked out really well, right? That blood pressure got raised a little bit. The stakes were a little bit higher. You had a chance to leave the field with points. It looked really easy when he made the other 3, but when it counted, he pulled it left. What a matchup, right? I mean, we thought it was going to be this good. Arizona jumped out early, 21-7, but to Frisco's credit, they continued to play, and here we are, locked in a tight one.
You know, it was that big play that led to the points that tied the game at 21, where John Griggs was able to recover a pitch to Jamal Miles. That was a little bit hot. Let's just face it. That thing had some hot sauce on it, and it was a little behind Jamal. There was Griggs to scoop it up, and that led to a T.J. Edwards touchdown pass at the end of it. This Frisco team, in spite of losing 49-35 to the Rattlers earlier on the campaign, seems to have just gotten better and better as the weeks have unfolded. And we're looking at a very solid team. I know that they've done a lot of transacting. There are some fresh and new different faces since the last time these two teams have played. They look strong, and they look like every bit the deserving team to be at the top of their conference.
Well, Griggs, Zakovian Henderson up front, Charles Williams up front, who was all IFL last year. They've got one of the best fronts in football defensively, right? So, and then you throw in Trey Rawford, guys on that back end that are great players as well. This is a solid team. This is a great test for the Arizona Rattlers on their home floor, undermanned, right? To come out and see what they can do undermanned against a quality opponent.
You take a look at some of our replays from that first half. There was a T.J. Edwards touchdown run. He came off the bench and has provided a lift, a spark, and was able to engineer 2 consecutive scoring drives for the Fighters to close out that first half. Get them to a tie before an Ernesto Lacayo field goal put the Rattlers in head with less than a minute remaining in the half. And then, of course, there was that strategic use of the timeouts. You know, you don't often talk about using your timeouts in a way that impacts the outcome of the game or a half, but that's exactly what happened in that moment. You had him to spend. You might as well try to freeze the kicker, ice the kicker. And when it came down to the difference between knowing this kick is for real, because Arizona had no more timeouts on that last kick, and the kicks that preceded that, when you got a pretty good idea they're going to call timeout, it seems to have made all the difference in the world.
It did, and well, you saw how relaxed. And then that last one, it was for the gusto. He didn't miss it by much, but he did miss it. And you know what? Kevin's one of the great strategists this game's ever seen in any indoor league. He tries to understand every angle of every situation his team can be put into, and he does a nice job of trying to put them in the best possible situation to be successful.
Well, one of the guys that helps this team be as successful as they've been is the reigning defensive player of the year. That's Dylan Winfrey. And we did verify 13 interceptions that he collected last year, on his way to picking up that POY award in the league. What a great year he had, and he is coming on strong these last couple of weeks. You saw that first half takeaway that he had in the end zone that led to a Rattlers touchdown. And we're going to profile him coming up after the next time out, after this break we're about to take. It's another Arizona Rattlers tale. This one, Dylan Winfrey. That is next as we break it down for you here at halftime. And the Arizona Rattlers lead Frisco 24-21. Don't go away. It's halftime, and this is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
And now, it's time for this week's Rattlers Tale.
Motion one to each side as Henderson takes it. Blitz coming. Quick throw over the middle. Fought for and intercepted. Dylan Winfrey, last year's...
Dylan Winfrey is currently in his 5th season with the Arizona Rattlers. But before he arrived in the Snake Pit, his road to glory was anything but easy. After playing college football at the University of Central Arkansas, Winfrey first came to the Rattlers for an open tryout in 2017.
I went to a private workout with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. I think the coach's name was Chris Jones, maybe, and he wanted me for receiver. I just played defensive back at Central Arkansas. He wanted me a receiver. He was like, man, you're fast, you got great hands, you just need to kind of work on your routes a little bit. He said there's a great organization in arena ball by the name of Arizona Rattlers. Go there and we'll come find you in a year or two if your routes develop.
Not only did his routes develop in Arizona, but Winfrey went on to become the biggest defensive player in indoor football. In the 2021 season, Winfrey caught a total 13 interceptions and finished the season with 59 total tackles, an interception return for a touchdown, and 1 forced fumble, leading him to becoming the 2021 IFL Defensive Player of the Year.
You have to find your why. If you don't have a why, then you're blind out here. You're gonna give up when times get hard because you're gonna face adversity through these dreams. This journey is too long and hard to endure by yourself. There's times where I've been near tears, I've been near giving up, wanting to throw the towel in, but I'll call that my inner circle, and they'll let you know this is part of it. This is part of the journey.
Now, even though 2021 was Winfrey's best season yet, he still has some unfinished business, as he hopes to help the Rattlers to an IFL title in 2022.
Low snap, throw seat down the middle, double coverage, and Dylan Winfrey juggles the ball and hauls it in. That's an Arizona takeaway. And for
That's your Rattlers tale. For the Arizona Rattlers, I'm Caleb Bushy.
We're your neighbors. You should stop by for a visit. We're Casino Arizona. There's nothing like seeing friends again. We're your Casino Arizona.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
It's time to get inspired with Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Host Jane Klaus shares with you the fascinating places, unique activities, and useful services found across our state. From crafting projects to dining destinations to suggestions for your next getaway. Learn how to get the most out of your Arizona lifestyle. Watch Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. Sunday and Tuesday evening only on YourView or streaming at yourview.com.
There you see that halftime score, Arizona 24, Frisco 21, as we continue on in our halftime breakdown, everybody. And I'm a little surprised here with 4.5 minutes remaining of halftime. Rattlers are out. I see Coach Guy coming straight out onto the field. We're going to get a chance to talk to him here, and we'll look at those standings that you saw flashed up on the screen there a moment ago. We'll look at those in just a bit. But early out of the locker room and a chance to hear from Coach Guy. There's Joe Pequeno down on the field. Hey, Joe.
Thank you, Floyd. So, Coach, halftime adjustments. What do you expect from your team? What do you want to see from them?
Well, I lit into them pretty good. We're not being physical. Every time I turn around, we're laying on the ground. That's not who we are. When we lay on the ground, it says that we can be knocked down. That's not who the Rattlers are. We're supposed to be knocking their ass out.
Okay, Coach, thank you. Floyd, obviously, Coach Kevin Guy at DEFCON 1, not happy, and we'll see how his team responds in his second frame.
I'll tell you what, felt like I was laying out there on the field for a moment just now.
Yeah, I just got offended.
Wow.
I just got offended that we've been laying on the ground too much.
That's an earful, and you can bet that the Rattlers will be taking close note of the halftime discussion from Coach Guy. 24-21, our time here, or rather our score with the Rattlers in front of Frisco. Joe Pequeno has more for us down on the field. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Floyd, so Frisco's still in the locker room. They're making their halftime adjustments, and this week when I talked to Coach Billy Back, he says at halftime his wife will text him messages and make some suggestions of what he should do in the second half. He says his wife is very knowledgeable about football, and on occasions, he'll take her advice. Now, on the other side, I asked Coach Kevin Guy the same situation. I said, do you ever take your wife's, Kathy's, advice about football? He says, no. But in fairness, he says when the game's about to start, he turns his phone off and doesn't answer any calls or text messages until after the game. So, said, I'm going to throw this back up at you. In the course of a football game, have you ever received a message from your wife on football, and have you ever taken her advice on what to do in the course of a game or in a game coming up?
You're trying to get me to break bro code right now, man. So, not going to happen. So, I'm going to plead the fifth on this one. JP, how about that? I'm going to plead the fifth.
All good, brother. All good.
I will say this, that I involve my wife in our broadcast efforts. Not here with the Arizona Rattlers, but in other broadcasts that we do at Simmons Media. She's involved. Now, she doesn't have a lot to add to the way we're executing the broadcast. Let me put it that way, as gently as I can say.
That's why I don't touch it. But you can't be gentle enough.
Boy, she adds immeasurably, as do most of those great wives out there. 90 seconds till the second half kickoff, everybody, as we wrap up our halftime here tonight at the Snake Pit. And remind you that this great league, the IFL, the Indoor Football League, has opted for a neutral site championship game coming up in August. And what better place could you have a championship game than in really the seat of sports royalty in this country? We're talking about Las Vegas. Henderson, Nevada in particular, in that Vegas Valley area. Henderson, Nevada will be the location for the upcoming 2022 Indoor Football League National Championship game. And that's the new designation. And we know where it's going to be. It's going to be a big, big deal. They do an incredible job with hosting events from, all kinds of events at the facility, but it's what they do with the IFL and how they're elevating things for the IFL. That championship game is going to be one for the ages as they roll it out for the first time in Vegas.
And exactly what you just said there, for the first time in Vegas, right? That's going to be such a big deal. It's going to be an event for these young men that are a part of that. Whichever team gets there, it's going to be a big deal. The Dollar Loan Center is going to be jumping. Listen, ticket sales will be off the charts.
Hey, let's take a look. Down on the field, look at that guy right there. You see the profile? That is a gentleman very familiar with this facility. There's Jay Crowder from the Phoenix Suns in the building, in the house, saying hi to you, Rattler Nation, right there.
Right next to Calvin Schexnayder, former Rattler legend, right behind him.
The former Rattler quarterback.
No, receiver, bro.
Receiver. He
was my receiver.
He was on the receiving end of your passes.
Yes.
Pardon me on that.
Washington State.
So Schexnayder right there. There's Jay Crowder, the great Phoenix Suns player.
Wow.
And a part of a record-setting Phoenix Suns season.
No, they don't even want to talk about it right now.
Well, they really don't. They did.
I'm upset. I still rock my jerseys and my hats around town.
They did win 64 regular season games, but fell short, obviously, in the playoffs. The hands of the Dallas Mavericks. Great to see Jay Crowder in the stands as we watch this ball go into the stands on the kickoff. And the Rattlers are going to get great field position to start the second half. This ball comes out to the 20-yard line. And Arizona.
By rule, it will be placed at the 20-yard line.
Arizona will have their first possession of the second half as we get it rolling for you again from the Footprint Center. Welcome into Arizona Rattlers football. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner down on the field. Joe Pequeno with us as well. And this second half now begins. 24-21, the Rattlers do lead the Frisco Fighters.
This is a big drive right out of the gate for the Rattlers. You want to go ahead and go up 2 scores right out of the gate. Defense held up at the end of the half.
Powell delivers quickly, and that ball goes into Frisco territory. A gain of 6 yards on the nice catch by JT Stokes. JT getting involved in the offense. We saw him early on in the game with a big play on offense.
And he brings a different type of speed and energy on his routes. Here, just a simple one route, a little hitch, the way they call it. Ball's out on time, it's low and away. You see Wofford there coming in to finish.
Quick toss right side, pass caught, and that'll be a first down for Arizona. Jamal Miles hauls it in, gets knocked down, gain of 5, and the Rattlers take it to the Frisco 19-yard line on their opening second half possession. Well, Arizona had as much as a 2-touchdown lead in the first half, but the Fighters did a terrific job to tie it up at 21 before the Rattlers could add a field goal before the half and get this 3-point lead. And then there was the judicious use of timeouts in the final 3 seconds.
Listen, you got them. Might as well spend them.
I kind of thought he might not call the third one, but he did, and it paid off. Powell looking a lot of time. Pressure comes, and the pass is delivered behind his receiver, Braxton Haley. It is incomplete. In coverage for Frisco on the near side of the field was Cameron Hilton, the Missouri defensive back.
We had two players in the same area when this ball was thrown. And gonna have a little better spatial awareness.
Clock rolls under 13 minutes here in the third period. Arizona facing Second down, 2nd and 10. Again, plenty of time for Drew Powell, and his pass is caught by J.T. Stokes at the 11-yard line. And for Stokes, an 8-yard gain on that play.
All of a sudden, Stokes giving him big minutes at the receiver spot. Another big receiver. It's a good catch. He goes down low to get that. Not sure if Isaiah Houston is banged up.
Well, we do know that he's not on the field right now. Fake it to Jamal Miles, left side. And hard to take down Drew Powell. He gets to the 5-yard line. They'll mark him right there. 6-yard gain for Drew. It's 1st and goal for the Rattlers trying to add to their 3-point lead.
It's an easy read right here by Drew Powell on the zone. Zone read, you watch, keep your eye on number 11. He goes inside, tells you where to go. You keep the ball. He's able to get just enough for that 1st down.
Nova Home Loans is the exclusive Rattlers Instant Replay presenting sponsor. You see another great look there on the Nova Home Loans replay. Terrific job by the camera crew collecting those images for you, everybody. And thank you to Nova Home Loans, Rattlers Instant Replay presenting sponsor. Motion. Throw it to J.T. Stokes, right side. And a marker comes down as the ball leaves the hand of Drew Powell. That will be about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain for Stokes. But we're going to have to sort it out with the officials.
Illegal defense. Frisco, number 33. Linebacker not lined up at the back of the belt. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay, 1st down.
Well, by accepting the penalty, they get 1st down over again. About the same distance, yardage-wise. Clock approaches 11 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Rattlers taking plenty of time in the backfield. Now there's some confusion.
He tried to take a step back in the replay, but it was too late.
They're going to move Shannon Brooks out into the slot on the right side and fake it to Braxton Haley. The defense wasn't fooled. John Griggs once again was right there. There's a marker down. The other defender in on the play, Caleb Bailey, helping to make the stop on Drew Powell.
It might be offsides on the defense.
Offsides. Defense, number 17. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay, 1st down.
He's just trying to get a jump on the edge outside. He's trying to get a jump to get in there. You see him coming forward a little bit early.
Well, a couple of penalties helped the Rattlers get the ball to the 1.5-yard line. 1st and goal. Several cracks at it. Only going to need one from this spot. Shannon Brooks takes it right side into the end zone. That is a Rattlers touchdown. Doesn't it seem like it's been a long drought of time waiting to call Shannon's name out?
Yeah, it has. Both backs, right? Figured probably early, got into the game, got involved, and here you see just a nice stretch play, but he hit this downhill with authority. Was not going to be stopped. That's a power run there by Shannon Brooks.
Shannon Brooks out of the University of Minnesota. One of the Minnesota coaches called him, I believe the comment was, the toughest running back that he ever had at Minnesota. And with the kick, the Rattlers move ahead by 10. 31-21, Arizona in front of Frisco here in the 3rd period. This time out, back with more Arizona Rattlers football right after this.
The football season is just heating up. Post your workout.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. We specialize rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training. Our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Oh, my goodness, they're having fun here at the Snake Pit, everybody. They're doing the wacky, wavy, inflatable arm cam with the crowd down on the field, and we just got I'm not going to call it a disturbing image, but I'll go with interesting image up on the big screen. There was our Joe Pequeno with the inflatable waving arms. Joe, well done.
Thank you.
Here's the kick from Lacayo. That's 3 yards deep. Speedy Gonzalez will bring it back, looking for his speed. Not going to find it this time. And eventually, the tackle is made by Trayvon Williams on special teams. He missed him the first time, slowed him down, though, and then was able to wrap him up to get that special teams and coverage tackle. The ball at the 11-yard line for Frisco as they go back to work on offense, and the Rattlers defense will try to protect a 10-point lead here, just about midway through the third period.
They've got to force T.J. Edwards to really be patient. You can't allow him to beat you with his legs. You got to be disciplined on your rush.
The give on the option. And Rankin is going to take it around the right side, and Justin Rankin shows you what makes him so special for the Fighters. As he goes to the house on this long run, that is a 39-yard touchdown run delivered by Justin Rankin.
This is a business decision there by Quinterly. He had a chance to get in there early. And listen, the way Rankin came around that corner, coming downhill, man, explosive.
And points for the Fighters. Here's the extra point kick is up. And the kick is no good. Kick misses. The Rattlers will hang on to a 4-point lead after the Rankin touchdown. We grab this timeout with 8 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the third period. Return with us, would you, to the Footprint Center in a moment. Arizona Rattlers football.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
Join Jane Klaus on Creative Living as she shares fun and inspiring ideas for enriching your life. From DIY tips to unique adventures for the family, Creative Living showcases it all. Peek inside the kitchen at a local restaurant, preview popular travel destinations, or discover an exciting new hobby. Watch Creative Living Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YourView and YourView.com. Creative Living. Imagine what you can do.
Hey, Rattler Nation, all Rattlers home games this season are broadcast on Cox YourView Arizona. That's Channel 4 in Phoenix. Go to YourView.com for more information. That's YURVIEW.com for more information. You're also watching this Arizona Rattlers football broadcast on the Indoor Football League's YouTube channel. Get in on the action at GoIFL.com. And here's a big hit on the return. JT Stokes getting a chance to bring it back out of the end zone. He takes it to the 11-yard line before getting knocked down right there. 31-27, Arizona in front of the Frisco Fighters with right at 8 minutes remaining here in the third period. Welcome back in, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner here on the call. Well, Fighters have lingered. They've done so by coming up with a timely play or two here. And the Fighters are staying right with the Rattlers right now, who've got the ball on a 4-point lead. Pass delivered over the middle, but off the hands. Just glances off the hands of Jamal Miles. Incomplete.
He's got to get to that a little quicker. That ball's got to be caught, but Drew can get there quicker. They came down and sent pressure down low on the edge in the short side of the field where he wanted to go. He looked back. Miles did a nice job of working open in the middle. He's got to make that catch.
Drew Powell gets the play, returns to the huddle. Isaiah Houston back out on the field. And Drew Powell is going to throw in that direction. And I don't know if Drew lost his footing or what, but that came up way short. Maybe he was expecting the route to get broken off. Either way, it was way behind the receiver. Houston down the left sideline, incomplete.
Well, it's a good thing that I believe it was Santos.
You mean they got hit right between the eyes?
I mean, not a good thing for them. That's another takeaway right there. You got to make that play if you're on the defense.
So what did we see? Did we see the classic underthrow, or did Houston run the wrong route?
I think he was getting hit as he threw it.
Okay, well, here's a throw off balance over the middle. This one is caught by Houston, and there was no whistle, so he gets up and continues to run with the football. And that'll be a first down. Gain of 18 yards on the play. Take it to the 22-yard line of Frisco.
That's a nice play by Houston here. Drew has to throw this off balance. The rush putting pressure on, but see him off balance, low and away from the defender who misses.
Just never touched him, did he?
Nope.
Heads up, alert, finish of the play by Isaiah, who hauls in yet another pass, this one on the far side. So Isaiah targeted 3 consecutive times by Drew Powell. The last 2 are receptions, and this one works for 4 yards inside the 20-yard line. Call it the 18 for Isaiah as we ISO him on the look right there. The Nova Home Loans instant replay and fighting for that extra yard.
Trying to put Trey Wofford on an island. And if he can get his hands on you, you're not going anywhere, but you can get him out in space. You can take him on some routes.
Dump it out left side. That's Jamal Miles. Runs right into his own guy. That's Isaiah Houston figuring in on another play again. And finally, down at the 5-yard line, Jamal's got a nifty little pickup. That's going to work for 9 yards. To the 5. Call that 12. 12 yards to pick up for Jamal Miles.
Yeah, he ran into his own man, so he's still alive there. You see the defenders complaining that he was down, but he runs into his own guy.
Terrific job by Jamal.
Absolutely. Quickly realizes he hadn't been touched down.
First and goal, 5-yard line. Miles among those in motion. And the give to Shannon Brooks. He is spilled at the 3-yard line.
That's a nice play by Cameron Hilton. Coming down inside. Brooks makes a nice cut. Really good fill by Hilton. Giving up some size.
Yeah, good look on defense. 3:49 and counting down, third quarter. Arizona in front of Frisco, 31-27. Knocking on the door. Miles in motion. He'll go across the formation. And the ball comes out. It's loose. It's on the ground. The defense was holding up one of those Rattlers trying to recover it. A flag came out, I think, because of that. And then finally, Arizona has, no, they say the Fighters have the football. There was a marker down, though. Well, somebody was holding one of the Rattlers who was trying to get back, and I think the official threw the flag on that, but I think they might pick that up.
Yeah, I don't, there's no penalty. You can keep a guy from getting to the ball. Listen, there, again, second down play here. Drew stumbling away from the center. Just eat it.
While the ball was loose, holding defense number 7. That penalty is assessed half the distance to the goal. Replay, second down.
Well, you're going to see the hold, which was a device to keep one of those offensive players from scrambling and getting on top of the
It was Drew Powell, but right here, don't hand that off. Just take the sack. Put the ball away. But right there is where the hold happens. And
well, listen, you got nothing to lose, okay? Go ahead and hold.
You learn something every day.
In that situation.
I will have to read that.
Well, I always thought that you could do that very thing, right?
I'm absolutely wrong, so I will make a note of that and figure that out.
You and I both wrong on that. Motion. Powell with the snap. He's going to run himself, and you can see with the determination he was going head down all the way into the end zone. Rattlers touchdown. And some heated exchange over there near the Frisco bench. But Drew Powell, he had a little something to prove, I think, on that play, and he takes it into the end zone with determination
yes,
for
he does.
Arizona.
He was not going to be denied there.
Clock is counting down, 2.5 minutes left here in the half, or rather the third period. 37-27, the Rattlers back in front by 10. We'll see if Lacayo can make it 11. The kick looks beautiful from this angle. It's up, and it's good. Arizona's lead is 38-27. In front of Frisco, the battle of conference leaders here tonight in Phoenix will continue in the third quarter in just a moment. This is Arizona Rattlers football. Stand by, football fans.
All right, ninth man, time to get those mini footballs ready. And let's see.
Spooner has been revolutionizing our community's experience with physical therapy and hand therapy in the Valley since 1990. Spooner helps you move better and feel better. Through specialized rehabilitation, personalized treatment plans, and functional performance training, our therapists, athletic trainers, and strength coaches provide programming to help you achieve your movement goals in life and on the field. Our team is your team. Visit SpoonerPT.com to find one of our Valley-wide locations near you.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Rattlers have a 38-27 lead as we continue here in the third period. Everybody, 2 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. I want to remind you that 1580 The Fanatic is our radio partner across the valley. 1580 The Fanatic, KQFN Tempe, also translating on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, and K240EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Thank you to the Fanatic for their partnership with us here on our broadcast coverage of the Arizona Rattlers. 38-27. Well, if the Rattlers can get a stop on defense, that's going to make Coach Guy a little happier than what we saw him coming out of the locker room at halftime. And we'll see if they can do as they go to work on defense. Ball bobbled, picked up, and the tackle made at the 10, make it 15-yard line for the Fighters. First down for Frisco. Hey, let's check in with Joe Pequeno.
Hey, Floyd. So on that previous offensive possession on the touchdown run by Justin Rankin, Billy Black, the head coach of Frisco, said his wife texted him to use that play at the half. Obviously, she knows what she's talking about.
Well, she might have to keep sending some messages. Her husband's team down by 11 right now. Here's TJ Edwards throwing deep. Pass caught. Well delivered. Defended by Dylan Winfrey, but on the receiving end, Sheldon Augustine hauls it in, and a big play for Frisco.
It's a good throw and catch. Deep corner out, flattens him out, brings him back down. And Augustine just goes up and big boys it.
A minute 10 remaining in the third period. Motion on the left side. They'll fake it that way. Edwards up the middle, the parting of the sea, and he is able to cross the 5 to the 4-yard line, right at the line to gain.
Because he almost scorpion when he hits the ground. Oh.
That's going to take an adjustment right there, I'll tell you. And they'll stop play for a moment. 31 seconds remaining here in the third period. So they did eventually call it a first down. That took a while to sort out. Count me confused. Ball at the 4-yard line. First and goal. Frisco's got it. Their offense going to work. TJ Edwards looking left, looking right. Sails it incomplete.
You know you had man-to-man there. Arizona had 2 in the box on the linebacker level, so 5 total. And that's a good job in coverage by the Rattlers secondary to end the third quarter.
That was the final play of the third period. And our score here is Arizona 38, Frisco 27. Stand by, Rattler Nation. The fourth quarter is on the way. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
There's a look for you at the Arizona Rattlers Sidewinders, the cheerleading crew for the Rattlers. Arizona has a 38-27 lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. At the Snake Pit, the Footprint Center. Downtown Phoenix, everybody. Coming up next week, by the way, the Arizona Rattlers play on Sunday. So if you're planning on being out here for a ball game, joining us for the game live on hand, remember that it's next Sunday, 3:05 p.m. They'll be taking on the Bay Area Panthers. And you can also watch it on Cox Your View. There's a Saturday game featuring Tucson as we watch Frisco dance into the end zone on the first play of the fourth quarter, and that's Justin Rankin taking it in, getting the score on the board, a 4-yard touchdown run for Rankin.
Number 19, Bryce Crawford on to attempt the extra points.
Rattlers not getting any support outside from the secondary, and it's tough. You got a guy coming at you, running routes at you, but somehow you got to get your vision back inside.
Snap over the head of the holder. Edwards can't track it down. He's the holder. The kicker is going to have to dive on top of it to prevent any further damage. Bryce Crawford gets on it, and that is an unsuccessful point after try. So our score will stay at 38-33. So a couple of miscues in the kicking game for Frisco. They missed that field goal to close out the first half after the 3 consecutive timeouts taken to ice the kicker. They missed that. They missed a point after kick, and now they snap it over the head of the holder here to miss that opportunity. So they've left some points on the table, Sed.
They have, and those are the things you can't do on the road when you're trying to win games. And early on turnover, give Rattlers a little momentum to let them get comfortable in their own building. And listen, to their credit, they've hung around, they've fought. This is a good football team.
Yeah, unquestionably so. They lead the Eastern Conference with their 6-2 record. They came in to this one with a 1-game lead over Massachusetts. Pirates entered the night at 5-3, and we'll get a kick. Fighters deliver. Jamal Miles takes it at the 2-yard line and out across the 10. And eventually the 13-yard line is the spot of the football for Drew Powell and the Arizona Rattlers. They'll bring it out. By the way, earlier tonight, Massachusetts picked up their 6th win of the season. They're now 6-3. They knocked off Sioux Falls by a final of 43-42.
Very Sioux Falls team that this Frisco Fighters beat a week ago. They had won 3 straight before they lost to Frisco last week, and now they've lost 2 straight.
Powell delivers quickly on the sideline, and it's a first down to the 25-yard line midfield for Jamal Miles. 12-yard gain, first down for the Rattlers.
And he picks up enough for a first credit union.
Drew Powell delivering the strike.
But guess what? The guys up front are taking care of business. Look at that clean grass in front of them. Turf, grass, whatever you want to call it. It was clean. He got to stand there. I could work in that pocket.
I believe you could.
I could work in that pocket. It was clean, really clean.
I could stand in that pocket 13 minutes remaining. Delivery, Isaiah Houston fighting on the near side of the field. That'll be about an 8-yard pickup for Isaiah. The ball goes to the Frisco 17-yard line.
Good job by KG to slow the game down a little bit. Work some clock. You don't need to be in any kind of hurry, but you want to get good quality plays with each call.
Drew Powell back and firing to the end zone. Sliding catches made. No, incomplete. A couple of Rattlers indicating touchdown, but that's not going to count. The official says that one was not a clean reception.
Pass, the ball touched the wall.
So Braxton and Haley tried to make that sliding catch. So he must have bobbled, and then the ball came up, hit the wall, and then he probably pulled it back down.
I mean, it's a great sliding attempt under duress. That's a good throw. You see it up in the air. And that's one you got to have. I know it's a tough catch, but that's a great throw under duress. Ball in the right spot. Look at that look.
Never touched the wall, did it?
Didn't look like it.
Maybe. The officials got some pretty keen eyes to see that one. There's a 5-yard pickup on 3rd down, and that'll be a 1st down for the Rattlers. Is that Jamal that just now hauls it in?
Yes, it was.
Another look at that last play. Looks like the arm might be right there, keeping it from hitting the wall.
Yeah, but think about from the official's view, though. You see it pop up going towards the wall. That's a tough one.
I mean, you got to make a split-second decision. Ball
Absolutely.
At the 13-yard line for Frisco.
And frankly, these guys have done a great job.
Throwing back after looking right. And it's caught by Jamal. Not going to get a ton out of it. Just shy of 5 yards on the pickup. 2nd down, straight ahead.
Offense number 62. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 1st down.
Well, obviously, that catch by Miles is not going to count for anything.
Watch right in the center of your screen. McMeans going against Jacoby and Henderson. Look at that push rip. Push pull, got right by him. And I didn't see anything egregious on the hold. But the call was made. That was such a great move, an explosive move with power by Zay Henderson.
And Braxton Haley, no, JT Stokes will haul it in. And Stokes gets back that penalty yardage. That'll be an 11-yard pickup.
That's nice. 1st down play. You clear out the backside. It's an easy read. And the dig route coming across is wide open.
Second down and 9 coming up for the Rattlers on offense. The ball at the Frisco 12-yard line. We've got 9.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Throw to the back of the end zone. Pass caught. Did he hang on? No, the ball dropped. As the wall ends up knifing the receiver, who's in a bit of pain, Isaiah Houston, but he'll be all right. Hops back into play.
That's where you got to know the rule. And
what's that? Scramble? Scoop it up?
Yes. Don't let them come over and see you without the ball in your hand.
Take a look at this again, folks.
But, man, there's nobody back there. You could throw a punt back there. Doesn't have to be as precise with that throw.
The disappearing receiver.
Yeah, this is one where Drew probably wants it back, but he's under duress. But you can float that up a little sooner. You don't have to wait till the last second. He's open for a while.
Looks like a catch to me. I think the official should be required to also go over the wall in that moment, right? If he's going to make that call, get up close.
Well, I mean, it took him a while to get there. That's what I'm saying. You got to know.
That is their first timeout of the second half.
You got to know that if that ball's out when he comes over and looks at you, It's not a touchdown.
Rattlers take timeout. We're going to grab one as well. 38-33. Arizona in front of Frisco with 8:33 remaining here in the fourth quarter. This is Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Every body is different. Some get injured, while others wear down. At Ortho Arizona, your unique condition is at the center of what we do. With over 20 locations and 70 physicians in the Valley, we offer orthopedic procedures, therapy, and athletic performance for the most important reason of all, getting you back to an active, pain-free life. Ortho Arizona, your destination for quality orthopedic care since 1994.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
38-33, Arizona in front of Frisco in this showdown of conference leaders. Right now, possibly a preview of the end of season IFL National Championship game. Talk more about that in a moment. We get a whistle, markers down at the snap. Let the referee tell us all about it.
False start. Offense, number 18. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
The referee, Tom Drozdowski, delivering that. Tom is originally from New York, by the way. Lives in Tucson now, but two very different cities. New York and Tucson.
Are they?
I've heard.
Why would you say that?
You know, they don't make too many sitcoms headquartered in Tucson. Let me put it that way.
You know?
Struggling to try and think
Mel's Diner.
Think of one right now. Oh, is that Tucson? Yeah, there you go. Here comes Drew Powell throwing toward the end zone. And that
he's
is
draped all over him.
defended.
I mean, it's good coverage, but, man, you got to separate. He's draped all over him there.
Santos Ramirez, the guy on defense. Bat
Drew,
the ball
go
down.
get the other play. Go get the next play. You're not going to get that call.
Well, with a 5-point advantage, Ernesto Lacayo will come out. The Rattlers are going to try and see if they can make it 8 points.
Not so much. That's actually decent coverage. I got a chance to look at it on the Jumbotron. That's good coverage. Looked a lot worse than it was.
Well, this is a big kick right here with 7:50 remaining and the clock counting down. Fourth quarter action, 4th and 14. A 34-yard field goal try. Braxton Haley will hold. Nair Quinterly is the long snapper, and Lacayo bangs it. Looks good. Looks good.
He pulled it.
And he missed. The reaction from Frisco says it all, I guess. The kick wide left. Well, look, that's a tough kick with the width of the uprights. And the kick is no good.
Well, now you got to rely on what you've always relied on. I don't care if you're men down or not. Your defense has got to stand up for you. You get a look at the kick here, and he pulled it from the start. I mean, that's not even close. You've been spot on for the last 2 weeks. That kick was not close.
Well, it was a big opportunity for the Rattlers. Extend them to an 8-point lead if they had made it. Not going to happen here. 38-33 is our score. The Rattlers defense will pick up where the offense left off. Motion, TJ Edwards stepping up. Looked like he was going to run all the way, and he gets dragged down. Faamatsu is the guy that pulls him down. 4-yard gain for Edwards.
This is where you got to be careful if you're Arizona. They're pulling a lot of action away. They've got to be disciplined on this backside. You've got 2 runners, one elite, one darn near elite. Just not enough experience in that backfield.
2nd and 6. Edwards puts him in motion to the right side. That's where everybody is. They pick up the blitz. The pass is caught on the run, laid out nicely by Edwards. That's a big touchdown, and that will put Frisco in front on the receiving end of the pass. Jeremy Smith and a marker down.
TJ Edwards is John. That's Coach Guy.
Blown coverage lets the receiver behind everybody. Winfrey fell. Did you see it?
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 4. The result of the play is a touchdown, which will stand. The unsportsmanlike conduct foul will be placed in the bank.
Well, that was not what TJ needed to be doing in that moment after striking for the touchdown. And I said blown coverage, but it was simply, I don't know if you saw on the replay.
It's a double move, little stutter.
Winfrey fell. He slipped.
There's a little, watch a stutter. You see Winfrey start to break down right there.
Yeah, good.
That's Jermaine Smith gave him a nice little nod inside, then came back around. It's a beautiful route.
Good route running.
Good route running. Sets him up nicely.
So, Coach Guy is electing.
Arizona has elected to enforce the UNS foul on the extra point. The extra point will be attempted from the 18-yard line.
And he took the words right out of my mouth. Coach has elected to force the long kick. It's going to be the equivalent of a 35-yard field goal try, 36 maybe. Well, this is a big kick right here. Right now, the Fighters in front by 1. Here's the kick. And the kick is good. Right down the middle. Coach Guy tried to do a little chest play with it, but the kick is up and good for Bryce Crawford, and the lead is 2 now for the Fighters with 5:51 remaining here in the 4th quarter. This time out, more in the 4th quarter, Arizona Rattlers football.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Back to it, everybody. Floyd Simmons, Cedric Bonner, and a 2-point lead now for the Fighters. The Rattlers have had a couple of 2-score leads here in the game, but not so much lately. And there is a return for Jamal Miles. A high tackle that folds him up. He's asking for, that's got to be something, he says. But the officials say, well, he didn't get a face mask. It wasn't a horse collar. It was simply a tackle very high.
He's on the mask. And then he lets go. That's why he looked around, because he knew he grabbed it.
Well, we'll take another look on the Nova Home Loans instant replay. He's got contact with it. He didn't.
Not one guy, as good a job as these guys have done tonight, that's a poor job on that play there.
First down play, ball at the 19-yard line for Arizona. Powell fires, completed for a first down. Braxton Haley slips a tackle, takes it inside the 15-yard line. Good, strong finish for Braxton. Get a chance to call his name tonight. He's had such a brilliant year for the team, and he comes up with a big play there and a first down for the Rattlers.
Nice job, good throw and catch. Braxton showing some fight.
That is 17 yards, the gain on the play. Here's another look at the Nova Home Loans instant replay. Nova Home Loans, our official instant replay sponsor with the Arizona Rattlers.
Let's start paying off some of these trips into the red zone.
Swing out, right side. JT Stokes runs right into Braxton Haley. That slows him down for a bit, allows the defense to get on top of the play. And a gain of 7 for Stokes. A little swing pass right side.
Yeah, nice screen play. Safe throw, you get him out in space. Nice bubble screen. Good job of going downhill by Stokes. Getting some tough yards. Gain of 8. Take that any day.
2nd and 3 coming up. The ball
Or
rests just outside the 7-yard line for Arizona. They'll put him in motion. Stokes among those. Fake it to Jamal Miles. Looking for a little seam to run through that right side. And Drew is going to get to the 2-yard line on this one. Or maybe just outside the 2. That'll bring up first and goal. Just outside the 2-yard line now.
He's just so strong when he gets the ball and runs with such determination. And this is where all things security has to come into play. Ball security. Take care of the ball. Don't stretch it out. Don't reach it out.
First and goal. Powell running all the way, and he is going to power his way toward the goal line. His knee might have touched down. Nope, the official says he got into the end zone. A Rattlers touchdown.
It was almost simultaneous as he crosses.
Drew Powell takes it in, and we talked about on a previous run of his the determination. Same thing. I mean, lower the shoulder, knock some of the equipment off the opposing defender, and count the points.
Listen, both these teams have played with tremendous physicality tonight. They're going to be some sore guys. I know for Arizona, they're lucky they get an extra day to heal up.
And they do. And here's the kick, up and good for Ernesto Lacayo. And that'll make it once again a 5-point lead for the Rattlers. They lead 45-40 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter, everybody. We want to remind you of our next Arizona Rattlers broadcast as you look again at that touchdown for Drew Powell. Next up, next Sunday, 3 o'clock, 3:05 is the kickoff time right here at the Footprint Center. Our broadcast will begin at 3 o'clock on Cox Yearview and on the IFL's YouTube channel. The Rattlers take on the Bay Area Panthers next Sunday right here, 3:05 p.m. Remember that it's Sunday.
Yes, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. A little different opponent. Bay Area still trying to figure some things out, trying to get it going. But I'll tell you what, this Frisco team is every bit as good as advertised. They have the full complement of their team, healthy. This is a good-looking team. I mean, do you think they look better than what Mass looked last week? Mass is banged up as well, but do you think they look better than what Mass looked?
Well, in no disrespect to the Pirates, because they showed the evidence of a team that was hurt personnel-wise. I unquestionably right now Frisco is best team in the Eastern Conference. Kick from Lacayo, that's 9 yards deep. Gonzalez brings it out, and he gets hit pretty quickly. Good coverage. And the ball goes to about the 8-yard line. Is that Trayvon Williams came down on special teams to make that stop?
I think it may have been Mr. Stokes.
It was, JT. He's making a name for himself these last few weeks.
Tell you what, he just plays with an energy and a pace, right? Like it's fun to watch him play. Definitely a young man that's, as you've seen this game evolve, he's earned more attempts. He's been on offense more. Coach Guy doing a great job of trying to keep him involved.
Under 2 minutes now remain here in regulation. Handoff, hit in the backfield. Great job, and downhill all the way from his defensive line position. Chris Terrell makes the stop. He is able to knock down Justin Rankin before Justin could get to that edge and get some north-south momentum. 4-yard loss on the play.
That's just a great job of not allowing the quarterback to take his time and read it. Forcing the issue, Chris Terrell does a nice job of getting downhill in a hurry.
We've got 1:16 remaining now and counting down. 5-point Rattlers lead. Possession Frisco. Edwards looks to throw from the end zone. Across the middle, that pass is completed. Catch made by Jerminic Smith, and he'll have about 13 on the play. A yard shy of the first down. Ball out to the 18 for Frisco.
This is the 1-minute warning.
Well, you heard it from the official, the 1-minute warning now. Exactly 1 minute remaining in regulation. We're going to grab us a timeout. Arizona leads Frisco. The score here, 45-40. What a finish. Arizona Rattlers football.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ken Garff Kia is now open. The trusted Ken Garff name is now here in Arizona, and our dealership is ready to support our community with all of their automotive needs. With new Kias arriving daily, we're sure to have something for everyone. We focus on listening to people, creating the best dealership experience, and creating customers for life. Whether you're looking for a brand new vehicle or need to bring in your car for service, we're here for you. Come check out our selection of all new Kias at 2121 East Bell Road in Phoenix. Ken Garff Kia, we hear you.
The final minute's going to be a doozy here at the Footprint Center. Is this a preview of the upcoming IFL National Championship game in August? Second time these teams have faced each other this year. Rankin in the backfield escapes, across the 25, another broken tackle, still on his feet, and he is going to go out of bounds to stop the clock inside the 15-yard line. Brilliant run by Justin Rankin.
I mean, you've got to bring your body when you're coming to tackle. They have him in the backfield. He is done for. But you're out of control right there. Shimmy up, keep him inside, don't let him get away. Man, what a play by Rankin. Missed opportunities by the Rattlers defense.
I don't think Rankin himself can believe the outcome of that play, and he has set his team up at the 12-yard line of Arizona. Fake it. TJ Edwards runs into some traffic, and he'll go just across the 10-yard line, call it the 9, and a 3-yard pickup on the play for Edwards. 44 seconds remain. Frisco's got 3 timeouts remaining. Arizona has 2 timeouts left.
Just one now.
That is their second timeout of the half.
Coach Guy elects call that timeout right now and see if he can bolster his defense. Get them in the right scheme here. Boy,
this offensive line.
Yeah, my goodness.
The offensive line has done a good job. You talk about a guy that in Rankin, man.
Well, he's had such a great season for the Pirates. For the Fighters.
19 touchdowns coming in. 4 out of the 4 receiving and 15 on the ground coming into this game.
Average of 54.6 yards rushing per game to lead the league.
He's got to be well over that tonight. Has to be.
He's had a pretty good game for the Fighters.
You think about that, the Rattlers are only giving up 59 rushing yards a game. That's good for 4th in the league.
Well, it's a 5-point lead right now for the Rattlers. Can they hold it? Edwards running all the way, bounces it, chased, and looks like Devontae Merriweather will spin him down. That'll be a gain, but he won't get inside the 5. And that's the final timeout that the Rattlers have, and they'll call it now.
KG called it, but
timeout, Arizona. This is their 3rd and final timeout of the second half.
He called it because he wants to know if he was out of bounds over there. He wanted to get the call if he's out of bounds and didn't raise his hand. So if he went out of bounds, he didn't want to waste that timeout.
It's a little better than a 2-yard gain for Edwards. The ball at the 6-yard line. 3rd down. It's not 3rd and goal, it's 3rd and 4. And the Fighters have to score a touchdown. Well, here it is, Coach Bonner.
Well, it's two ways to look at this. If you look at old indoor rules, number 1, you buckle down, try to stop them. They've got everything in their favor. Speaking of the Fighters, they got all 3 timeouts. If you're Arizona, do you allow them to score here? Yeah. And then take over on offense? The reason I say no there is because you have no timeouts. So you got to buckle down and play defense.
If you've got a defense that good, I think you put it on their shoulders. Out of the Arizona timeout.
Operator, please reset the game clock to 35 seconds.
Gonna put 2 more seconds on the clock.
35.
So 35 seconds now remaining.
Thank you.
Here in regulation. 45-40, Arizona in front of Frisco. Fighters have to score a touchdown. Can the Rattlers come up with a big play? Motion. Snap it. Snap it to Rankin, and a marker is down.
False start.
And that should put the time back up on the clock, huh? They ran 2 seconds off.
Offense, number 55. The penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
A lot of times said in that situation, if you're the offense, you like that, right? You got a little more room to work with your receiving core downfield. But with TJ Edwards,
well, he's thrown the ball well. He's got a couple touchdown passes and some runs. But they have all 3 timeouts. You don't have to do anything crazy. They could still run the ball every down here.
So back to 35 seconds remaining. Fighters throwing. Edwards, he's got a lot of time to throw. Steps up. He'll run. He'll get hit. Knocked out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds. That'll be a personal foul on the Rattlers. as the Rattlers were trying to ensure that they're doing everything they could to try and ensure that he was going to stop the clock going out of bounds, and he did with 27 seconds, but just a little bit extra push at the end is not going to work for Arizona.
I don't know if that's on the Rattlers. Where's the
After
extra
the play
push?
was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 21, pushing the player over the boards.
Right there.
Oh,
The
yeah,
penalty
that's-
is half the distance to the goal and is an automatic first down.
Yeah, that was unnecessary for sure. And when I saw it live, it looked like he actually was a little more physical with it than it turns out on the replay.
But it's silly.
But it's all the same.
It's silly.
You can't do it. Now the Rattler defense with 27 seconds has to try and stop Frisco from the 1-yard line. Motion. Right side, Edwards running left side. And he gets hit, and a helmet comes
He wants to go down
off.
short. He went down short. He's not trying to score just yet.
He wants to take that time down.
And this, yeah, you don't want to.
Boy, I
You don't
tell you,
want
though,
Arizona. Yeah, but still, you trust that big offensive line. You don't want Arizona to get another shot with the ball.
Okay.
So that's.
No, I think he took too much time down.
No, this is the right call.
Timeout.
He does have two.
Frisco.
As long as you're going to
This is
go.
their first time out of the second half. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7 seconds.
Well, it just shows you how much of an offensive game the IFL is.
Well, it's
Game clock operator, please reset. Thank you.
7 seconds. That's 2 plays easy. When you have timeouts, right? So, smart play. That's what you call in the huddle. You go no. We call quarterback sweep left. No. That means don't score no matter what. Go down. Don't score.
Well, how many times did we see Arizona with miracles to win a couple of games last year? The Duke City game in the semis comes to mind.
They're going to need one now because they put themselves in harm's way. Offense struggled. Just 1 touchdown in the 4th.
7 seconds left. Here comes the snap. Edwards running left, now up the middle, dives, and he breaks the plane for the touchdown. Well, the clock only ran 1 second off. I have a hard time believing that took just 1 second. So we may see another readjustment, but Edwards goes into the end zone for the Frisco touchdown, and they have the lead, 46-45. Well, look, you block a kick right here, right? And given the point differential, you don't want to really kick right here, do you?
No, you want to go for 2.
Game clock operator, please put 4 seconds on the game clock. The extra point will be untimed.
That's the right call. That play didn't take 1 second. And how about TJ Edwards coming back into the snake pit, performing as he took over for Blake Sims, who struggled early in this game, and pumped new life into the Frisco Fighters.
Off the bench, and in come from behind fashion, he has helped to lead Frisco to a 1-point lead with 4 seconds left. Rattlers are going to get a kick return, but they have no timeouts.
Timeout, Frisco. This is their second timeout of the second half.
A fighter timeout. And they'll have 1 remaining. Though it's debatable as to how much they'll need that 1 timeout. There's TJ Edwards. You talked about that offensive line. I mean, what a great push right there.
They did a nice job, and all he needs is a little crease. We know what kind of a dynamic runner he is.
Look at J.R. Hensley, 57. Watch the block. Is that it? I mean, just walled up, knocked him down like bowling pins. How much of a factor was 2 defensive linemen missing for the Rattlers, do you think?
I think the problem was on offense. They didn't finish. They didn't finish drives.
Thrown to the end zone. Pass caught. 3-point lead with 4 seconds remaining.
Philip Barnett. That's why you bring a big body like him in, 6'2", 215, and you just throw a back shoulder route. But at some point, you got to find the man and play the ball.
TJ Edwards, as you take another look at it, a terrific job for the quarterback out of the University of Indianapolis.
And how many times did the Rattlers have Rankin in the back of the end zone or in the backfield, locked down, ready to make a tackle? How many times did they have him and allowed him to escape?
Yeah, I think that was a point of emphasis coming out of the loss 2 weeks ago, where Coach Guy felt like tackling was a key issue. And, of course, 2 weeks ago they were missing Trayvon Williams, the linebacker. As sure a tackler as this team has, as sure a tackler as you might get in the IFL.
Been outscored 22-8 or 22-7 in this fourth quarter. That doesn't happen in this building. So as much as we could talk about the guys that are not playing defensively, there's a bunch of really good players on the offense and the defense that are out there playing.
Let's say this as well, because how about the ninth man? How about the ninth man? How about these Rattler fans, Rattler Nation that has stayed here? I mean, I think 90% of the fans that came to this game are still here. Here's that kick. This one is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Out to the 5-yard line, slide there, and
attempt a field goal.
And get your guy out and try and tie this game, huh?
We're going to go with an offensive play here.
48-45, Frisco in front. 3 seconds remaining. So that took just 1 second. But still remaining, only time for 1 play on offense. So what do you got? You got a trick play?
You'd love to be able to get some kind of maybe block dig where you get 2 receivers going down the field, blocking for 1 more coming on a trail route. But, I mean, this is a tough situation to be in. And you know the 3 guys up front are going to be coming like gangbusters.
Here it is, final play. Powell pumps again, and lets it go under pressure. And he's going to bounce up off the turf, but the credit goes to Zakoven Henderson with that final pressure. Exclamation point for the Fighters, who come up with the win today here at Arizona, 48-45. Really was a chess match throughout. The Fighters proved that they are a contender.
Rattlers fans, be sure to join us back in the Snake Pit next Sunday, May 29th, when your Rattlers take on the Bay Area Panthers. It's an afternoon matinee in the Snake Pit.
Great game by the Fighters.
Tickets are on sale now, and we need your ninth man energy.
They do deserve a ton of credit.
Join your 2022 Rattlers and Sidewinders on the field following today's game.
Well, in a moment, we're going to speak with the head coach, Kevin Guy, after they do some handshaking and clear the field. Final score again, 48-45. The Rattlers, with their second loss now in the season, this one will. Rattlers are now 7-2 on the campaign. And there was a little bit of pushing and shoving still going on afterwards, some jaw jacking happening down there on the field. I don't know where this is going, but Drew, keep that helmet on. Would be my vote.
Right out of the scuffle.
Well, listen, the level of emotion at the end of a game like this, right? Tons of emotion. There's that final play again. And Drew took the brunt of it. I mean, he finished with how many pounds was that coming down on top? 315 pounds going to come down right on top of him, about right there. That never feels good. Well, they're mixing it up out there. Again, those emotions are flying, and the game officials or team officials are trying to do the best they can to separate the guys down on the field. Everybody, we are going to use this as an opportunity to take a timeout. And I don't think we have. I think after the performance of this one, the finish in this game, Coach Guy he left the field. So we won't be, I don't think, be having a discussion with Coach at the end of this one. We are, however, going to grab a timeout, everybody. And we'll be back in a moment with our post-game wrap-up from the Snake Pit. Final score, Frisco 48, Arizona 45. Our wrap-up on the way in a moment. Arizona Rattlers football, stand by.
Do you own your home? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, paying debt, or for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Rates are still historically low and home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com today to get started. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Ready for a change of course? Discover a desert oasis studded with greens. Tee off into narrow canyons or go long on wide open fairways. With a storied golf history and a long list of courses designed by the greats of the game, your perfect golf getaway is right here in Tucson, Arizona. Find out more at visittucson.org/golf.
The pulse, the beat, the vibe. You have a place to turn it on. Talking Stick Resort.
If DJ Citizen Jane quit on her passion for music, she never would have left her career as a detective to pursue it. If she let starting at the bottom scare her, she never would have hustled to play bigger and bigger shows. And if she was content with being one of the best Latina artists in Miami, she wouldn't be electrifying the crowd in sold-out shows around the world. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
Well, it's been a bit of a gauntlet for the Arizona Rattlers. That tough Tucson game 2 weeks ago. Last week, the defending champions were here, the Massachusetts Pirates. The Rattlers went 1-2 in those matchups, and they lose tonight here at home. How about a 1-2 finish in that stretch of 3 games as Frisco comes in, the team at the top of the Eastern Conference, and deals a loss. 48-45, our final score. The Frisco Fighters get the win, and it was a win that they earned. And now Coach Guy is going to be disappointed in his guys and the performance of the Rattlers. Tackling was a particular issue tonight for Arizona's defense. They did not wrap up on a number of occasions and opportunities that ultimately led to scores for the Fighters where they could have made stops. He's going to have a lot of things that he wants to work out with his guys. But don't take anything away from Frisco. That's an outstanding team that earned a victory tonight.
Well, they kept playing, right? They got down 2 scores early after the hot start that they had. Then they went down 21-7. They were able to kind of rebound regain their footing. Your backup quarterback comes in, takes over for your starter who was struggling, comes back in the building he used to play in as a backup and played lights out. Like, they finished the game the right way. They finished smart at the end of the game. Arizona never touched the ball again at the end of the game, and they scored with little to no time left on the clock.
Well, when T.J. Edwards came into the game in the first half to relieve Blake Sims, his team was down 21-7, and T.J. led him back, tied the game at 21. His team trailed at halftime after a Ernesto Lacayo field goal for the Rattlers, and then a failed field goal attempt as time expired. A failed field goal for the Rattlers, or rather for Frisco when time expired in the first half. And then it was that second half, and a great job by Frisco. We mentioned T.J. Edwards, but you've got to say Justin Rankin in the same breath, because the things he did tonight and a couple of runs, that last run with the broken tackles that went from deep in his own territory to deep in Arizona territory to set them up for ultimately the game-winning score. That was huge. It
was very huge. And Arizona gave up a 39-yard explosive run. They gave up a 39-yard or 34-yard pass. Explosive plays. This team doesn't give them up. They were hurt by them this evening. Rankin was special. Like, he was a different kind of player out there tonight. He was explosive. He was powerful. He was fast when he needed to be. It was a fun watch. I mean, these two teams went toe-to-toe, came down to the very last second.
Well, there were guys on that Rattlers roster that did come to play, Sed, and guys that did perform pretty well. Chris Terrell, how about the job that he did on the defensive line for the Rattlers? He played a wonderful game tonight. J.T. Stokes keeps getting more and more and more involved in the rotation for the Rattlers. He has elevated himself from a guy that's not just making now special teams plays, but he's getting involved in other ways out there for sure. Isaiah Houston had a nice stretch, a nice span of play for the team today as well. And the quarterback, Drew Powell, I thought Drew had some brilliant moments for the team, unfortunately, in a losing effort tonight.
He did, and they all played well at times. You see McAllister there in the replay getting banged up, and this team has been struggling with injury, but they continue to find ways to stay positive, stay close. Kevin's going to shake the beehive this week and get them going. They'll be ready to play next Sunday. This is a team that's got a lot of pride, and I tell you what, the way they come out next week, it's not the team you want to play after a loss.
You're telling me you don't want to be Bay Area next week?
You don't want to be anybody next week.
They're coming to town. A third consecutive home game on the way for the Rattlers. That'll be next Sunday. A 3:05 kickoff slated here at the Footprint Center at the Snake Pit. Bay Area, the Panthers coming to town. That's next Sunday at 3:05 p.m. Everybody. Well, that's gonna do it here tonight, Sed. Not the way the Rattlers had hoped, or we had hoped the game might turn, but give Frisco the credit. They will now, record-wise, pull even with the Rattlers as the two teams lead their respective conferences. The Arizona record now 7-2. Frisco's record 7-2. This clash of titans, the top two teams in the IFL tonight, play a memorable one for sure. Will this be a preview of the championship game at the end of the year? Might be.
If they end up tied right now, Arizona would win the tiebreaker because they beat them by 14, right? So they got that going for them.
They certainly do. How about this? How about each one of these teams has beaten the other at their place on the road? Road wins for the two teams. Tonight, Frisco gets the advantage. I want to thank our entire broadcast team. What a great group we work with. Thanks to our director, Bob Hammond. Big thank you to our technical director and producer, that's Derek Simmons. Assistant director on this one, Greg Jones. Our graphics operator, Caleb Bushi. And on camera for us in this one today, Jim Hartman, Andre Stevens, Chris Drake. Don't forget, the Arizona Rattlers will battle Bay Area coming to town next Sunday at 3:05 kickoff right here at the Footprint Center. For Joe Pequeno and my broadcast partner, Cedric Bonner, I'm Floyd Simmons. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time for more Arizona Rattlers football. God bless you, and good night from Phoenix.